Good afternoon and welcome to today's presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's coverage of racing in the Ohio Colt Racing Association. I'm Roger Houston, the brand ambassador for the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, and today we're in Wilmington, Ohio for the Clinton County Fair. Today's live racing event is brought to you by Cool Winds Farm, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply, and the Galbraith Equine Center at the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center.
Clinton County had the distinction of forming the very first agricultural society in Ohio in June of 1833. Wilmington hosted its first fair that very October after the harvest, which showcased the year's bounties. It was quite an accomplishment, considering that just a little more than 20 years before, the settlement was but a few houses and an inn. In 1812, the first child of an original settler, Warren Sabin, was born, and the population steadily increased to 235 hardy folks by 1820. The Sabin family was originally from Dutchess County in New York, right along the Hudson River. George Clinton was governor and was vice president of the United States when they named the village, so they called the new town Clinton. Warren Sabin, as well as being a doctor, was a tavern keeper and a merchandiser. When his sister Anne Marie married William Hale from Lebanon, 25 miles west, they moved to town and they changed the name to Wilmington, after the North Carolina city, because that was where the Hale family hailed from. Sabin bought and would plat a neighboring piece of land adjacent to Wilmington in 1830 and named it after himself, Sabina, Ohio. And how do you like me now? Wilmington's population grew over the next 20 years, and by 1853, there were about 1,300 residents in town. In 1857, the fair was moved to Elm Street, the site where Wilmington College is nowadays, and the trotting races were always the most popular attraction. In 1866, all the buildings were relocated to the present site, and in 1881, a new track was constructed. It was remodeled into a regulation-sized half-mile track surface in 1922 and was dubbed the best in the country. Not the state, but the country, mind you, and the finest trotters and pacers raced at Wilmington. This city of over 12,000 people has been named one of America's best places to live several times, and to this day, they still love their horses.
Horsemen, it's about 4:45. We'll be calling you out right around 5 o'clock. Might be just a couple minutes late getting started. We'll do national anthem about 4:55, and we'll call you out around 5 for the first. Drivers changes to the starting gate. Entry fee to the infield judges stand. Let's get those changes and entry fees in as soon as possible. We'll call you out about 5 o'clock, so you got about 15 minutes for the first to get them ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the second day of harness racing here at the Clinton County Fair. I'll give the fans in attendance the changes we have at this time, and then we'll get started here in a few minutes. First changes come in race 1. Driver on the 2, smoking them blue jeans, Brady Galliers. Brady Galliers drives the 2, smoking them blue jeans, race 1. The driver to be announced on the 4, McNugget. Make that driver Jack Franklin. Jack Franklin drives the 4, McNugget, race 1. Second half of your daily double, race 2. Change the drivers on the 3, Lee's Creek Flash. Make the driver Dylan Fagan. Dylan Fagan drives the 3, Lee's Creek Flash, race 2. Number 4, Fire in March. That driver, Jeff Nysonger. Nysonger gets the 4, Fire in March, race 2. Third race is clear. Turn to the 4th race. 4th race, number 2, Sittin' Pretty. Make the driver Dwayne Miner. Dwayne Miner drives the 2, Sittin' Pretty, race 4. Also in race 4, number 4, Secret Pearl. Make that driver Jack Franklin. Jack Franklin gets the 4, Secret Pearl, in the 4th. 5th race is clear. Turn to your 6th race. 6th race, number 4, Creekside Duchess, Jeff Nysonger. Jeff Nysonger picks up the 4, Creekside Duchess, race 6. 7th race, driver on the 5, Sherry's Hope, Jack Franklin. Jack Franklin takes the 5, Sherry's Hope, race 7. Your final changes on today's program as of now come in race 8. Driver of the 1, Twin Power, Dwayne Miner. Dwayne Miner gets the 1, Twin Power, race 8. Final change, number 3, Rockin' Lexi. Make that driver Brady Galliers. Brady Galliers gets the 3, Rockin' Lexi, race 8. We do score 5 wide here at the Clinton County Fair. Any 6 horses will start from the second tier. Post time in about 12 minutes. Be calling the horses out and national anthem shortly.
Welcome to the Clinton County Fair in Wilmington, Ohio. It's another beautiful day here at the Fairgrounds. We have 10 exciting races. Starting with post time at 5 o'clock, we have 8 divisions fillies, 2 and 3-year-old trotters and paces, and the final 2 races today are the Ladies Signature Series pace driving series from Springhaven Farm. And looks like a great card. Roger, can you hear me?
I can hear you coming in loud and clear.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me, too. Looks like a good card today, Roger.
Yeah, I love county fair racing. I started out on it, and so fact is, the very first race I ever announced was at a matinee right here in Wilmington, Ohio, April of 1960. So I have fond memories of Wilmington, Ohio, and of course the Clinton County Fair.
The Clinton County Fair has been around for quite a while. The track itself is a fantastic piece of dirt. It's yesterday was an amazing day. Very first mile, 159 and 2 by Woo Said. Don Williams, owner and trainer, and he's a well-said 2-year-old. Alan Willems in the sulky. He opened up and win by 5. Great race. Then in the 3-year-old Colts and Geldens, we had Steve Carter and Mrs. D. Rock. Mr. D's Rock, 159 and 2. And Sean Barker, the second. That was the second of his 3 driving wins yesterday. But the big mile, the highlight of the day was when Snow Moon buried the field in 155 and 3. 3-year-old Geldon by Mr. Wiggles set a new track record. And Jason Beatty teamed it for owner-trainer Jessica Smith. First quarter's 28 and 1. And
ladies and gentlemen, if you're wagering on the Daily Double, we've got a change on a change. Pierce Henry is here and will drive number 4, Fire in March, in race 2. We had announced Jeff Neishonger, but Pierce Henry is here and will drive number 4, Fire in March, race 2.
Changes for the Daily Double so far. But that mile 55 and 3 by Snow Moon was ever really impressive, because this track hasn't been in use for racing for almost a year now. And to go set a new track record, first day of racing, I don't know if we can top that, but we're going to try today. Maybe some of the ladies will want to match that 155 and 3. But Roger, this is your first call here in 1960. Has it changed much?
Yes, there was a stage area right about where the rail is for the tractor pull contest right at to the right as you look at the infield, and then right beside the stage.
Once again, I'd like to welcome everyone to Clinton County Fair.
Was
Harness
Racing
2020.
And it was like a portable judges stand because it had like railroad rails. So when they had the harness racing on, they could move the judges stand forward closer to the racetrack. And then when they had other events on the stage, they could roll the judges stand back to the back of the stage. I'm not sure when they did away with that stage area and went to the tractor pole in the infield, but at that time is when they built the infield judges stand right there. We lost the infield judges stand. Oh, the national anthem.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
As I was saying earlier,
They're located at the end of the grandstand and in the speed office in the first turn. If you're on the backstretch, first race, win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, daily double wagering. Gowyer's on the 2, Jack Franklin on the 4. Austin Hanners gets the 5, whole lot of apples in race 1. One change in race 2, the 3, Lee's Creek Flash, Dylan Fagan. Make your wagers early, don't be shut out. We'll be calling the horses out momentarily.
as I was saying, the infield judges stand was built on the other side of the tractor pull area. I must admit that when I was here for a return appearance to the Clinton County Fair several years ago, that is probably one of the hardest judges stands to announce from. You have to open the door on the side of the judges stand in order to see the horses going into that first turn. You got trees down the backside, which can be a problem, and coming off the far turn, the horses are coming at you, and well, there's the door there on the side that I was talking about, and coming down the stretch when they're coming right at you, because the judges stand is back off the racetrack, it makes it a little harder to when they come out of that turn coming home. So it's a county fair, and you always have obstacles no matter where you are.
Well, one of the things looking at the judges stand, I think the trees are positioned so you might have to climb right on top of that railing, hold on to the side of the building, and lean out to actually see where they are. But I'm glad we're up over here. We got a good view on in the grandstands, excellent. But the first race is a 3-year-old pacing filly, first division. Total purse of $11,312. This division, 3 divisions, $3,771. We have 6 fillies and the 6 scores from the second tier. But a good field. They all got good charted lines. It's not just their first start of.
All right, backstretch. Let's go ahead and bring out the first. Need 6 3-year-old fillies. The Rocker, Smoking Them Blue Jeans, Perfect Artist, McNugget, Whole Lot of Apples, and Margarita Nobby.
Those are your fillies.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the races this year at the 2020 Clinton County Fair are sponsored by the Clinton Animal Care Center. They stepped up for the Clinton County Harness Horsemen Association at the last minute on as you all know, a very difficult year, a difficult situation where we, up until a month ago, weren't even sure we were going to be able to have a fair, let alone the harness racing program. The Clinton Animal Care Center came forward with a donation, and we were able to provide Big D's tack and supply gift cards to all the horses fastest in summary this year at the Clinton County Fair. A huge thanks to Dr. Daphne Reeves, Ben Hester, all the people over at the Clinton Animal Health Care Center for their support of the 2020 harness racing program at the Clinton County Fair.
The announcer is Brian Georges, and I think as a trainer, he's got 5 horses in
if
the
it's your first time joining us here at the
program.
fair, all the races today will be competed at the 1 mile distance. We have a half-mile track here at the Clinton County Fair, so the horses will start directly in front of you and complete 2 laps.
That's a total
This field of 6 to go postward. I like the 3 Perfect Artists with Jeff Nisonger, a winner 2 back at Ottawa in 2:02 and 1. Went to the lead, gave way, set the pocket till the 3/4, came out and won by a length and a half in 2:2 and 1. Then up
Drivers
at Marion,
change being announced for the first time, race 5.
in 20
Number
and
3,
4.
Firecracker
Took him to the
Flicka.
half,
Make the
and then
driver
Tyler
Pierce
coming
Henry.
home, finishing
Pierce Henry
fourth
will drive
in
the
2,
3,
3, and 3.
Firecracker
I'm going to go
Flicka,
3,
race
4,
5.
6 in the first with Perfect Artist.
The horses are coming on the track for the first race post parade. Absolutely, Roger, that Perfect Artist. She's a nice filly, made 18,000 last year, had a record of 5, 6, and 2. That's 13 out of 16 starts. This year she's winning second in 4 starts and taking a lifetime mark just 2 weeks ago. She is the second to last crop of Dragon Again. And Dragon Again's a sire of over the winners of $110 million. He sired 10 with marks of 149 or better. Nice, classical horse courses.
5 out, 1 to go.
Rich's son is
Mr. Wilson's on his way. We'll get him together. Parade him behind Mr. Cisco.
The tension is building. Here they are.
Starters are out for today's first race. 3-year-old filly pace carrying a purse of $3,771. 1 in the field, the rocker, Scott Cisco at the lines. 2, Smoking Them Blue Jeans, and Brady Galliers. 3 is Perfect Artist for Jeff Nisonger. 4, McNugget, Jack Franklin at the lines. 5 is Whole Lot of Apples, Austin Hanners. And number 6, scoring from the second tier, Margarita Nobby, Roy Wilson, Inner Sulky. 6, 3-year-old pacing fillies, 5 on the gate, 1 trailer, will be at the post in 3 minutes.
Field of 6 to go postward in this 3-year-old filly pace. This is the first division. A total of 3 divisions. Total purse $11,312. This division for $3,771. Field of 6 in the first at the Clinton County Fair in Wilmington, Ohio. Horses scoring down before going to the Mike Wittenberg starting gate. There's the 6, Margarita Nobby. Roy Wilson missed the initial post parade, but now on the track.
Still time to make those first race daily double wagers, but you'll have to hurry.
Tom, who's the betting favorite in this race?
Right now, we're looking at 4 to 5 on the 3. The word is out. Perfect Artist.
Well, that's not a surprise. Actually, you got 2 horses at 4 to 5. The 2, Smoking and Blue Jeans and Perfect Artist, both at 4 to 5. Third choice in the wagering, the 5, Whole Lot of Apples at 7 to 1. Everybody else, double-digit
Starter
long
Kevin
shot.
Beckstead calls in the Pacers. It's post time.
That Smoking the Blue Jeans. This was men in 55. Got good times in the card, but does show a few breaks. But they're behind the gate at the Mike Wopengard starting gate, and we're going to post in Wilmington. 83 degrees, beautiful day.
The starter is Mr. Beckstead, who, when Mike Wopengard unable to be here, probably another location. So Beckstead is the starter this afternoon. 1 through 5 on the gate to 6, a trailer in the second tier. Brian Georges with the call.
Here they come. They're up in there pacing, and Nice Longer is shoving the gate away with Perfect Artist. He goes right to the front end. Smoking them Blue Jeans secured the pocket for Geyers. Inside away well in third is McNugget. Inside 4 the Rocker. Parked out in the early going is Whole Lot of Artist. And from the second tier slipping through is Margarita Nobby. An eighth of a mile's in the books. And Perfect Artist sprinted clear by 2 lengths. Right in there second, Smoking them Blue Jeans. McNugget is another length back in third. The Rocker, Margarita Nobby, and a Whole Lot of Apples. The opening quarter was stepped off in 29 3/5 seconds, and Perfect Artist is the boss. Nice Longer put her up front, and he's tapping the brakes for a second quarter breather. Content to sit in the pocket is Smoking them Blue Jeans. McNugget looks him over from 3. Inside 4, the Rocker. Positions are unchanged as Margarita Nobby and Whole Lot of Apples trails the field as they come in front of the fans and the stands for the first time. Perfect Artist is well rated along for Nice Longer. The heavy favorite is halfway home in 1:01 a 31 3/5 second quarter stroll, and Perfect Artist will be tough to catch from here, but first to flush. Coming with a rush, Margarita Nobby from 5th, then 4th, then 3rd. Moving up on the outside to challenge the leaders and pop in the pocket. Here comes the Rocket Man. Galyers is out and rolling with Smoking them Blue Jeans. Perfect Artist, Smoking them Blue Jeans hook up. They're 3 3/4 of a mile. Perfect Artist put up the number in 1:30 1/5, 29-second backside, and these two will duke it out around the final turn, but off stride went Smoking them Blue Jeans. Perfect Artist kicked clear by 2. Trying to track her down in second is Margarita Nobby. It's far back to the others. Perfect Artist turns first, but here comes Margarita Nobby. Margarita Nobby looking to spring the upset, and she does. Margarita Nobby looked her in the eye and went right on by for the upset in race 1.
So we got an upset. Margarita Nobby. If I remember, one of the long shots in first. Scoring at 99 to 1.
99 red balloons. That is just the minimum. This could be more than 99 to 1. That's the longest shot on the board.
What also could be a factor, there might not be any tickets even sold on the 6 horse.
In fact,
that could be a case as well.
That's right. The last race of yesterday, they did not have a ticket sold on the trifecta. They had a $35 winner, and $35.20, and the exacta paid $35.20. No trifecta though. So this is going to be.
I had Margarita Nobby as my 3rd choice in this race, so kind of surprised.
6, 3, 1. Official in race 1.
Order finish 6, 3, 1. Margarita Nobby, Perfect Artist, the Rocker.
And 6-3-1 was just for fun. They were a couple of lengths separated, but they were eased up. They glided across that wire.
Did you hear a final time?
I'm waiting breathlessly for that.
Moving back in front of the stands, your official winner of race 1. It's a 3-year-old bay filly by Nob Hill High out of the Pro Bono Best Mare, Insatiable Desire. Owned and trained by Brian Clemens of Middletown, Ohio. Roy Wilson in the winner's circle. Margarita Nobby, her first win of the season here at the Clinton County Fair, 2 minutes flat.
Final half, 58-4. Final quarter, 29-4. Brad Conrad. The
official order of finish is available in race 1. The 1, the Rocker 3. 2, Smoking Them Blue Jeans 6. 3, Perfect Artist 2. 4, McNugget 4. 5, Whole Lotta Apples 5. 6, Margarita Nobby, the winner. 3, 6, 2, 4, 5, 1 on the bottom, 29-3, 101-1, 130 and a fifth. 2 minutes for your winner, Margarita Nobby and Roy Wilson.
And Roger, you called it.
Race, driver of the 3, Lee's Creek Flash, Dylan Fagan.
Not 1 cent bet on the 6.
Yeah, as expected, no tickets sold on the 6, Margarita Nobby. So the win payoff goes to the 3, Perfect Artist, $3.20, $6 to place and $2.20 to show. Coming home third, the Rocker.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold all tickets, race 1. If you haven't thrown them down, hold all tickets, race 1.
The Exacta all in 3 pays $3.
There were no
The reason they
win
say to hold all
tickets sold
tickets.
on the 6, Margarita Nobby. Therefore, if you have a win ticket on number 3, Perfect Artist, that will collect. So if you threw one down, a winning ticket on the 3, Perfect Artist, please take that to the mutuals, and you've got a little bit coming back.
After the daily double,
Yes,
if you have the second half.
yes. And the final time was 1:50.
No, 2 minutes flat.
2 minutes flat, okay. I'm still up here. I'm just baking in the sun. But that was a good mile. First for the 3-year-old Payson fillies. We will be back after a short break, and I'm going to go look for that winning daily double ticket while we're doing that.
Dreams of becoming a champion start early. Since 1933, young colts and fillies have started down the road to becoming a champion on the tracks of the Ohio Colt Racing Association, the same tracks that their ancestors began their careers on. Founded to improve and protect standardbred horse racing at Ohio's county fairs, the OCRA races at 20 tracks in western and southern Ohio. The Ohio Colt Racing Association, where champions are born. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
During several of today's races, watch and listen for your chance to play Text Trivia. Text your answer, A, B, or C, to 614-633-5554. All correct texts will be eligible to win. So enter this number in your phone and be ready, 614-633-5554. That's 614-633-5554, and good luck from the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association.
Okay.
We are back. And Roger, we got the second race. How's that one look to you? That's another fillies.
You know, I might be wrong, Tom. but I'm not sure the daily double won't be any number in the first race with the winner of the second race. They announced with the 3, but unless they change the rules, I think it's any number in the first with the winner of the second for a correct daily double.
Ah. So
Time will tell.
yes. That's a way to start a 99-1. That's a way to start out. Too bad you have to, if you own the horse, even if you rub the horse or take care of the horse, you have to put $2 on your own animal. It's like just a lot of guys won't bet their own horse because they say, no, I'm not going to bet them because it's going to jinx them.
I've known people go to the county fairs, and any time they see a horse 99-1 on the infield tote board as they're going to the gate, buy a $2 win ticket on the 3, or in the 5, also a $2 win ticket in this race. So if those horses stay at 99-1, this individual I knew back many years ago, he would bet $2 on those horses, hoping that he had the only bet and would get the entire win pool.
Absolutely, yeah. That's just if you gamble, that's just to take a flyer. But
yeah,
I remember one year, one guy bet the 10 horse, might have been Meadowlands Pace or whatever it was. It was a big race, and it paid telephone numbers. I says, how did you pick the 10 horse? He says, that was the number I'm playing today. But it worked. He picked up, he threw $10 to win on it, and he picked up about $3,000. So.
You mentioned the Meadowlands Pace. It's for $631,000 this Saturday night, and we got a horse from Washington Courthouse going in that one. Owned by the CT Stables of Washington Courthouse, John Ackley of Washington Courthouse, the trainer, and Mike Wilder will be driving. They've got Post 2 in the Meadowlands Pace coming up Saturday night at the Meadowlands.
And
in this second race, we've got a Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly purse division. Total purse, $11,588. We've got 2 divisions, and this one goes for $5,794. The 3, Lee's Creek Flash. The driver is Dylan Fagan. And the 4, Fire in March. The driver, as originally programmed, is Pierce Henry.
We can bring them right on out, Barn area for race 2. Big Bad Abba, Lady Bambi, Lee's Creek Flash, Fire in March, Scarlet May. Let's bring them right on.
Had originally announced that Jeff Neisonger was going to drive the 4, but Pierce Henry has arrived and will drive the 4, Fire in March. I'm going to go 4-1-2, liking Fire in March. Mike Sweet, the trainer. Pierce Henry, the driver, was 3rd at Ottawa in 2-4-3, then qualified at Scioto, 4th, timed in 2 minutes and a 5th. I'm going to go 4-1-2 in the second.
And Roger, we're on the same page. I like the 4-1. I'm just going to go exactas. I learned my lesson from my trifecta pickings from years and years picking bad trifectas. I like the 4-1 in there. The 2 horses in here by Racing Hill. And these...
On behalf of the Clinton County Agricultural Society, I want to thank everyone again for attending this year's fair. I know it's been a difficult couple months for our county, our state, and the world, and the nation, and we certainly do appreciate you choosing to spend your entertainment dollar at the Clinton County Fair. Big thank you from the Clinton County Agricultural Society for attending this year's fair.
And we do have a better crowd from yesterday. This is a good crowd. They're all settled up in the shade under the grandstand, which I just relocated to. I worked on my tanning off yesterday. But yeah, the 5 horses, 5 fillies, and they look like that was a water truck that just went by. The very competitive race here, but I'm going to go with Mr. Houston's pick of 4-1, just for fun. Horses about ready on the track. They're out there. They're waiting for the horses to finish their warm-ups. Another beautiful day here at Wilmington.
You're all out, gentlemen. Let's get them together. Behind Mr. Cisco, parade them in order. Starters are out and on the track for today's second race. First division, 2-year-old filly pace for a purse of $5,794. One in the field, Big Bad Abba, Scott Cisco at the lines. 2, Lady Bambi for Ronnie Gillespie. 3 is Lee's Creek Flash and Dylan Fagan. 4, Fire in March for Pierce Henry. And the 5, Scarlet May, Austin Hanners and her sulky. The 5, 2-year-old filly pacers will be at the post in 3 minutes.
Bunch of well-bred fillies in this one. We got 2 by Racing Hill, the 2 Lady Bambi, and the 5 Scarlet May, a Big Bad John filly and Big Bad Abba, if you hadn't guessed. Artificial, Lee's Creek Flash, the 3, and Western Vintage, the 4, Fire in March. Of course, you racing fans can get the racing program for the races by going to the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association page and also on Facebook as well. If you got a printer, you can get those racing programs and make it a lot more enjoyable. Where do you go tomorrow, Mr. Pye?
We are at Urbana with the Logan County Fair. We moved that from Bell Fountain. They didn't hold their fair this year, so the Ohio Colt Racing Association and the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, everyone worked together, and they are holding 2 nights of racing at Urbana.
Still time for those second race wagers, but you better hurry.
I think it's a 5 o'clock post time on Wednesday and 1 o'clock on Thursday, if I remember correctly.
They just we just announced that, and it is 5 o'clock tomorrow night, 1 o'clock post time on Thursday. Now we're talking about the breeding in here. These 2, Lady Bambi and Scarlet May, they're by Racing Hill. This is the first crop of Racing Hill. He stands up at Hickory Lane Farm in Findlay. And Racing Hill was a nice animal. He was a 3-year-old in 2016. He took a mark of 148. He earned $1.7 million. Now that's...
I remember when Racing Hill won the Adios. Brett Miller was the driver. And I think they got down to
Starter
the half.
Kevin Beckstead calls him in. It's second race post time.
He got down to the half and 52 and a piece. And they asked Brett Miller after the race was over, when he hit the half and the time came up 52 and a piece, what did you do? And he says, I almost threw up. I think that was his record, taking in the Adios.
Yeah. But they're coming to turn around the head of the lane. And here's your announcer, Brian Judge.
Gates rolling.
Alan Hathornwaite watching today's broadcast from Ireland.
Here they come. They're off in there pacing, and 3 of them fire right out of there. Big Bad Abba on the inside, Lady Bambi, and Fire and Merch as they bank into the first turn, and they're still 3 wide duking it out, and Henry says go with Fire and Merch, and she's firing up on the outside. to take over from Big Bad Abba as Cisco grabs a hold to yield for the pocket. Hung on the outside, Scarlet May in third, inside 4, Lady Bambi, and Lee's Creek Flash is the early trailer. Fire in March, 3 wide through the first turn, but she marched right up and grabbed the racetrack to a 2-length advantage. Big Bad Abba inside second. Opening quarter was stepped off in 30 and 4/5 seconds, and they're behind the lead of Fire in March, a length and a half. In their second, Big Bad Abba. Lady Bambi is third, still parked and pressing on the outside. Scarlet May and the trailer Lee's Creek Flash. 3/8 of a mile in the books, and Fire in March is the one. Inside second, Big Bad Abba. Inside third, Lady Bambi. Outside 4, Scarlet May and Lee's Creek Flash. Pierce Henry's got the brakes on with Fire in March, and a half mile was stepped off in 1:02 and 4, a 32-second second quarter breather for Fire in March. Scarlet May, she hasn't seen a pylon yet, and she's still parked and pressing on the outside and has advanced into second over the pocket-sitting Big Bad Abba. 2 lengths further back in fourth and tipping to the outside is Lady Bambi and Lee's Creek Flash. Heads are pointed towards 3/4, and Fire in March has put away Scarlet May, and she braces for the challenge of Big Bad Abba through 3/4 of a mile, 1:34 and 2/5. And Fire in March, Henry says go, and she opened up about a length and a half, but here comes Big Bad Abba out of the pocket and rolling up for Scott Cisco. Big Bad Abba, she looked her in the eye and went right on by as they turned for home. Big Bad Abba drawing clear, trying to fight back now on the inside is Fire in March. These two hooked up, deep stretch. Who do you like? Very tight photo. I believe Big Bad Abba was up in time.
I'm going to call 1-4-2. That was a filly race.
And I will not disagree. Big Bad Abba by less than a head.
See,
Depending on, well, we're past the finish line, or maybe we're right at the finish line. Not sure. Big Bad Abba, 9
Photo
to 5.
reveals by a neck. Number 1, Big Bad Abba wins the second.
she
So
was.
the favorite comes home a winner.
Yes.
No, take that back. The favorite was the 4-horse.
Yeah.
Fire in March at even money. Second choice scores. 2-4, or make that 1-4-2 in the second.
The Big Bad John filly out of All-American ABBA.
1-4-2 is official in the second.
You were correct, Mr. Houston.
Home by Stephen Sexton of Xenia, Ohio. Just 18 miles down the road. Brett Schwartz, the trainer. Scott Cisco, the driver. 2-year-old filly of Big Bad John and of All-American ABBA. Second start and a win with the mark.
They've announced the final time, but it was by a mere head. And the Schwartz ladies are awaiting the.
Tom, you'll see that I was correct on that daily double. Any number in the first with the 1 in the second pays $5.80.
All.
Moving back in front of the stands, your official winner of race 2. 2-year-old bay filly by Big Bad John out of the Ponderosa mare, All-American ABBA. Owned by Steve Sexton of Xenia, Ohio, trained by Brett Schwartz. Scott Cisco picks up where he left off yesterday with a winner on today's card. Big Bad ABBA establishes a lifetime mark of 2:04 4/5. Again, all races today sponsored by the Clinton Animal Care Center.
That's what we need, right?
The all smiles and congratulations in the winner's circle. They should be.
Results are official. Number 1, Big Bad ABBA, the race winner. Number 2, Lady Bambi 3. The 3, Lee's Creek Flash, 4. 4, Fire and March, 2. 5, Scarlet May, 5. Top down, 1, 3, 4. 2, 5 on the bottom. 30 and 4/5. 102 and 4. 134 and 2. 204 and 4. Lifetime mark, Big Bad ABBA, Scott Sisko. Your upcoming third race, no changes. You do have daily double wagering available in races 3 and 4. Driver in race 4 on number 2, Sitting Pretty, Dwayne Miner. The driver on the 4, Secret Pearl, Jack Franklin.
Okay, that was a third race coming up. We have the 2-year-old basic trotting fillies, first division, going for purse of $5,106. Total purse of $10,212. 4 horses, four fillies. We have only one without a chartered line, a Queen Forever. And we will be back shortly after a few words from our sponsors.
Your animals provide unconditional love. When they hurt, you want the best care available to help them enjoy life again. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center is here for you and for them. From heart disease to cancer, diabetes to broken bones, and 24-hour emergency services, Ohio State's team of experts make a difference in the lives of animals and the family members who love them. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all of the breeders that supported our first season, standing the popular sire, Dancin' Yankee. Cool Winds also stands the fast son of Some Beach Somewhere, Santa Fe Beach Boy, and 2015 Little Brown Jug runner-up Lost for Words, who engaged in an epic battle with Wiggle It Jiggle It, and whose first crop will sell this fall. Be sure to visit Randy and Kim Haynes in the Cool Winds Farm consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
Our feature today is information that will help you better understand our racing program. In this instance, it is race number 6 at Scioto Downs on Friday, May the 22nd. Now this race is a filly and mare open event. Post position 1 was assigned to Gypsy Merlot. The other spots were luck of the draw. Driver Chris Page had a choice to make as he was named on 2 horses. He chooses the 3 over the 5. The purse is $18,000. A breakdown on that purse, 50% goes to the winner, $9,000. The second place finisher gets 25%, or $4,500. Third place is 12%, which equals $2,160. The fourth place finisher, 8%, or $1,440. And the fifth place finisher, 5%, a check for $900. Now the wagering options in this race, they have exacta and trifecta wagering. In the exacta, you must pick the correct order of finish of the first 2 horses. Pick them 1, 2 to have a winning exacta ticket. In the trifecta, you pick them in the correct order of first, second, and third. Yes, pick them 1, 2, 3 to have a winning trifecta ticket. With that information, we hope it makes it a bit easier for you to understand our racing program.
Yes, Mr. Houston, we are here at Wilmington, Ohio. Temperature 81 degrees at the Clinton County Fair. We're coming up to race number 3. The 2-year-old filly Trot.
I'm in Grove City, Ohio, in my living room. The temperature 71 degrees.
Okay, rub it in, rub it in. I says Roger is up there
in order behind Mr. Burns.
in the air conditioner, but he's picking them and he's announcing them, so he knows what's going on here. And this is a four
Post Parade,
coming out.
race 3.
They're on the backside right now.
Starters are out and on the track for the third race of first division of the 2-year-old filly trot for a purse of $5,106. Number 1 is K-Ann. Roy Burns at the lines. 2, A Queen Forever for Tom Litt. 3 is Credit My MVP, Roger Hughes. And the 4, Forget the Past, Dwayne Miner is in her sulky. 4 2-year-old filly trotters will be at the post in 3 minutes.
Total purse for the 2-year-old filly trot, $10,212. This division, $5,106. I'm going to go with Dwayne Miner, the horse you see right there. Forget the Past for trainer Brian Georges, who we had mentioned had 5 horses in today's card and calling the races here at the Clinton County Fair as well. Forget the Past is a 2-year-old filly by Don't You Forget It out of Nerdy Hanover. 2-year-old filly owned by Kevin Manley and John Georges of Beaver Creek and Wilmington, Ohio. First lifetime start does show a qualifier at Souda Downs 4th, got beat 10 lengths, individually timed in 2, 3, and 3 with a final quarter in 30 and 4. I'd have liked to have picked the 1, K-Ann, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. In 2 starts, Paulding and Ottawa, 2 second-place finishes, both from post 3, and in both races, cut the mile out only to get beat at the wire. Sometimes horses get into a habit of getting beat like that.
Absolutely.
And so I just couldn't pull the trigger and take the 1. So I'm going to go 4-1-2 in the third.
Yes. As you said, they do get in the habit. They wait and they'll look for a horse to come up to catch them. And then when they decide to get going again, it's too late. The horse is by them. And but if you remember, that was the one she was on top.
As you can see in those charted lines in that last effort at Ottawa, on top by 20 lengths at the quarter, 20 lengths at the half, 10 lengths at the 3 quarters, 3 lengths coming into the stretch, and got beat a half a length.
And Designer Spectacles, or is that Specs, won the race. That was Jay Weller's filly that closed coming last half and 4 and just got her. It was a well-measured mile. Got her right at the wire. And 20 lengths on top at the half. But incidentally,
Starter calls for the trotters. It's third race post time.
That Cayenne Turbo, her sire, he's Angus Hall. He made a 138,000 himself. Had a mark of 152-1. But a Cayenne Turbo, and I'm not a car enthusiast. I know a Ford, Chevy, Jeep, but Cayenne Turbo is a Porsche. It's a model of a Porsche. And base price on that model is $128,000. So I don't think Cayenne's are $128,000, but she might be second in here, and Forget the Pass, Cayenne. They're almost behind the gate, and they're ready to roll at Wilmington. Here's our announcer, Brian Georges, and trainer and owner.
Gates rolling. Here they come. They're off and they're trotting in from the inside. K-Ann jumped it off, and Forget the Pass swoops down from the outside and goes right to the lead. Inside second will be Credit My MVP. K-Ann back trotting in third. Inside four, A Queen Forever. They're going pretty slow up front. An eighth of a mile's in the books behind Forget the Pass, and Credit My MVP pockets up for Hughes. K-Ann is keen to go on, and Burns moves her to the outside as they head to the open quarter-mile station. Forget the Pass is a 2-length on top, but here comes K-Ann. Burns couldn't keep her in the pocket, but now looks to drop back in as Credit MVP gives up the 2-hole and 4 lengths further back to A Queen Forever. They trotted the opening quarter in 32 and 2/5 seconds, and Forget the Pass is the one up front. Inside second, K-Ann under a hard hold for Burns. Inside three, Credit My MVP and A Queen Forever. 3/8 is in the books, and Forget the Past has been there from the start as they come down in front of the fans in the stands for the first time, and Minor rates her along 2.5. K-Ann is settling down now nicely in the pocket. Credit MVP and A Queen Forever. They're halfway home behind the lead of Forget the Past. She clicked off a half mile in 1:04.1. as they turn into the turn for the second time, and Forget the Past is the one. Coming right up there in second, K-Ann, Credit My MVP, and moving to the outside is the first-time starter, A Queen Forever for Lit. Heads are pointed towards 3/4, and Forget the Past has been the one from the start. K-Ann goes on with her in second, 5 lengths further back to A Queen Forever and Credit My MVP. 3/4 of a mile in the books. Forget the Past is trying to make every call a winning one. 3/4 in 1:34 and 3, a 30 and 2/5 backside, and Forget the Past just took off. Forget the Past opened up by 4. K-Ann tries to go on in second, 3 back to A Queen Forever and Credit My MVP. They turn for home. Forget the Past looking for career victory number 1, and Minor sits chilly as he opens up by 7, by 8, by 9, by golly, it's Forget the Past after it all. Very tight for second, looked like A Queen Forever over K-Ann.
4-2-1. Mr. Houston was correct again. 3-5 was 4, and the 1 went off 5-2. That's good mileage.
K-Ann made a break at the start, got a 2-hole trip, and got nipped at the wire for second, finishing third. Getting to be a habit being nipped at the wire.
I don't want to say she looked like she was, that break cost her a little bit of energy. And she just looked like she got a little tired at the head of the lane. She tucked her head a little to the inside, and that cost her the second place money.
Well, the thing that I'm going to put a good twist on it. At least K-Ann was not on the front. Got a 2-hole trip, and it just might make her a better racehorse in the future, not to be on the front end all the time.
Absolutely. She was a little rammy going up the backside, but when they stepped off that quarter 30 and 2, that took a little of the starch out of her. And she settled in nicely, stayed flat the rest of the mile. That's the most important thing. But as you said, it's a learning experience.
Moving back in front of the grandstand, your official
sat in the
winner of
2-hole.
race 3. The winner, a 2-year-old brown filly by Don't You Forget It, out of the Credit Winner Mare Annuity Hanover. Owned by Kevin Manley of Beaver Creek, Ohio. John Brian Georges of Wilmington, Ohio. Brian Georges trains. Dwayne Minor puts the 2-year-old filly to career victory number 1, establishing a lifetime mark today at the Clinton County Fair, 2:05 4/5.
Dwayne Minor has raced in the Hamiltonian.
Kevin, just every once in a while. Results are official for race 3. The 1, K-Ann 3. The 2, A Queen Forever 2. The 3, Credit My MVP 4. The 4, Forget the Past, the race winner. 3, 2, 4, 1 on the bottom, 32 and 2. 1:04 and 1, 1:34 and 3, 2:05 and 4 for Forget the Past, Dwayne Minor.
Forget the Past pays $340 to $80. The 2, A Queen Forever, $4.40. The Exacta 4-2 returns $29.40. The fourth race coming up, 3-year-old filly trotters, a single division, $9,062. Field of 4, the 2, Sittin' Pretty, Dwayne Miner. The 4, Secret Pearl, Jack Franklin. Back with more in a moment.
Your upcoming fourth race.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Be sure to catch the new podcast, The Top of the Stretch, presented by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. The podcast keeps fans of racing in the Buckeye State up to date on various topics concerning the sport of harness racing. The news and views of top officials, owners, trainers, drivers, and breeders in Ohio. That's the all-new podcast, Top of the Stretch, on the Facebook page of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Be there!
The namesake of Clinton County, Ohio, George Clinton, was born in Little Britain in Orange County in the province of New York in 1739. His father, Charles, had left County Longford in Ireland just 10 years earlier, but was a colonel, a farmer, a surveyor, and a land speculator. He took his sons, George, then 17, and 20-year-old James, to serve with them in the French and Indian War from 1756 to 1763. After achieving a rank of lieutenant, young Clinton began a career as a lawyer and in politics. He would be the first governor of New York in 1777, yet served in the militia while in office. He ordered his now general brother, James, to construct the defenses over the North River as 2 forts were built with a huge chain stretching between them. It successfully stopped the British from sailing up the Hudson to attack upstate New York. George Clinton would be vice president twice, serving under Thomas Jefferson and James Monroe. His nephew, DeWitt Clinton, James' his son, would become mayor of New York City and the New York governor as well, and would be the driving force behind the Erie Canal. At first, it was ridiculed as Clinton's Folly or DeWitt's Ditch when it began in 1817, but when it opened the Hudson to Lake Erie in 1825, it cut shipping down to New York City from $100 a ton to $10 a ton, and he was hailed a hero. Canals were constructed throughout Ohio, and many of their remnants are still visible today. Another member on the canal board was Robert Fulton, and when his steamboat Clermont chugged up the Hudson to Albany in 1807, it began the age of steamboating. And that would be the mode of travel on the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, and would bring in countless numbers of people from all over the world who were proud to be called Buckeyes.
Yeah. We're back live here at Wilmington, Ohio. Again, we're coming up to the fourth race.
Full of Truth, Sittin' Pretty, Hills, and Secret Pearl. Need 4 3-year-old filly trotters for the fourth race.
They are
in this fourth race. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, Sittin' Pretty. Dwayne Miner to go back-to-back for trainer Brian Georges. The owner, Marianne Georges, and Arnold White of Ohio and Kentucky. 3-year-old filly by Uncle Peter at a stand-up babe. Sittin' Pretty made a break the last time out. Also made breaks 5, 6, and 7 back, so has been troubled with breaks. First time Dwayne Miner. Best line was second at Sire Downs for Cam McGowan back on the 23rd of June and timed in 57 and 4. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, Sittin' Pretty.
absolutely. 2 does look. It's if she does not make, as they say up in Canada, la casse, the break, and she does it. She got the speed. The other fillies, Hills, Thomas Litt from Northfield, 59 and 2. And coming last quarter,
I'll tell
32.
you,
Sheila?
Dwayne Miner might be just what the doctor ordered for Sitting Pretty. Steady hands. Secret Pearl, though, right now getting all the play with Jack Franklin for James Roach at 1-9. All the others are 99-1.
This is a race of at $2 on the other horses.
Well, not yet.
Well,
Not yet.
Just before post.
You got to wait until you get closer to the race time, because somebody's going to bet these horses. It's not going to go through all at 99-1.
Yeah, they probably. I remember one punter, as they call him. He went up and he bet. He says, "Look," he says, "that horse is 58-1." He put $5 on him, and he knocked him down to 19-1. So you got to go late. But yeah, right now they're Hills is 7-2. The fours dropped down to 19-1. 1-2, 99-1.
No, the 4 is 1-9.
1-9.
Yeah.
Okay. Hills is 7-2.
3 horses 7-2, and the 1 and 2 remain at 99-1.
I was looking at the Full of Truth, the one horse. It's got she's by Knight of Intrigue, and Knight of Intrigue is a nice at a mark of 154-4. Made
3 out, 1 to go. 3 out, 1 to go.
Made a little bit over 206,000. The others are Uncle Peter, Established Sire, and DeJambro, and Winning Fireworks. But
Last 2 are on their way, gentlemen. Mr. Burns gets out. We'll get them together. Parade in order.
But a lot of the Harry Ryota bred Full of Truth. But everyone's always looking to find that golden cross. And if you have an old horse that you've raced, and you'd say, well, he wasn't that fast, but he was dependable and he was game. And that's what you like to see in a young horse. Dependability, don't want to see him make any breaks, and game.
Now McKay up in Prince Edward Island watching today's broadcast.
Is it ever nice up there, though? What? PEI. When Mr. Big, I believe it was, he won the Little Brown Jug, and there was a whole gang from Prince Edward Island there, and they're all chanting in the winner's circle and throughout the backside, PEI, PEI. It's great. I met another group from
Let's go ahead and parade them in order.
PEI, and they at Jug Day, and the guy says he's tagging his son along. He says, "This is fantastic." He says, "I'm calling my friends up back home, and we're going to have them come down here next year. They don't want to miss this." Absolutely. The PEI, this is beautiful up there. The island, as they always call it. Till they built that bridge across the bay. But it used to be the island. You take the Summerside PEI. Joe O'Brien's from.
Post parading trotters for race 4, the single division, a 3-year-old filly trot. Our largest purse of the day at $9,062. One in the field, Full of Truth. Roy Burns at the lines. Two is Sitting Pretty for Dwayne Miner. 3, Hills, Tom Litt. And number 4, Secret Pearl, Jack Franklin will be in her sulky. 4 3-year-old filly trotters will be at the post in 3 minutes.
That Sitting Pretty does look good out there. Ears up. Trotting straight forward, straight. That's what you want to see in a 2-year-old filly. Ears up and interested. And 2 to 5, 1 to 5. This I do think this race should probably, they should trot right around, I'm going to say about 2-4 in a piece, 2-5. Do you think?
Oh, these are 3-year-olds, I forgot.
Oh, they are. Oh. Yeah, they should go a little faster than that. That's I think.
I don't know about that, but
Well, as long as they stay flat, that doesn't matter how fast they go. As long as they stay flat and get a check, that's what they always say. Night of Intrigue by Yankee Glide out of an American winner here.
that's Hills and Thomas Litt scoring down. Roy Burns and Full of Truth.
Starter Kevin Beckstead calls in the Philly Trotters. It's 4th race post time.
Well, one of them, Roger, will take a lifetime mark. New tab, because no one's won.
And that is because,
They're-
why will one of them take a lifetime mark?
Well, none of them won a race yet.
Give the guy $64,000. He just answered the question.
I was about ready to let go of those long that I'm noted for, but I didn't. I'm proud of myself. These are maidens. I
Starting-
just say. And they're behind the
Starting
gate.
gates in motion, the wings of the gate open, and 4 3-year-old Philly Trotters move it up and move it in for race 4 at the Clinton County
Gates
Fair.
rolling. Here to come. They're off in there trotting and sitting pretty. Fell off the wings and went right to the front end. Inside second is Hills. Another length back in third. Sitting pretty, little rough gated, and Minor gathers her up. As Hills goes on to the front, now Sitting Pretty went off stride. Off stride into the first turn, Sitting Pretty, and may have bothered Secret Pearl as they went around the turn. Up front, Hills opens up by about 3.5. Inside second is Full of Truth. Sitting Pretty on the outside third. And off stride up was Full of Truth. Off stride again, Sitting Pretty, and far back to Secret Pearl. Up front, Hills is the only one trotting, and she's on top by about 25 lengths through an opening quarter of 31 and 4/5 seconds. And now back trotting second on the outside is Sitting Pretty. Inside third is Full of Truth and the trailer Secret Pearl. Around the turn they go, and Hills is up front all by himself. Sitting Pretty has hit the trot now, and she's trotting up into second for Minor. Inside third, Full of Truth, and far back to Secret Pearl. In front of the fans in the stands for the first time, and Hills is on top by about 10. The lead is diminishing from an earlier 20-length advantage as Sitting Pretty starts to make it up for Minor. Inside third is Full of Truth, and back to fourth is Secret Pearl. The half is home in 103 and 3, and Hills, she's the boss. She's on top by now by about 6 lengths. Sitting Pretty continues to try to cut into it for Minor, and then far back to Full of Truth and Secret Pearl. Down the backside we go, and Hills has asked for more as Sitting Pretty has made up about 27 lengths, and she's gaining on the leader as they go to 3/4. Hills is up front, Sitting Pretty still trying to make it a horse race through 3/4 and 134 and 1. The lead's down to 2. Hills is still there. Sitting Pretty. Here she comes out of the pocket for Minor after the early miscue, and these two will hook up through a stretch duel. Inside Hills, outside Sitting Pretty. Inside Hills, Sitting Pretty trying to go by. These two ding-dong battle to the wire. Who do you like? Sitting Pretty by a neck.
Sitting Pretty, Hills, Full of Truth, 2, 3, 1. As we'll give you the winner and a straight up exacta. The 2-horse The 1-2 betting favorite. The 3
2
at 3-1.
1 4.
Sitting pretty. I'm anxious to see the time of the mile because Sitting Pretty
2 3 1 in the fourth.
Sitting Pretty gave away 20 links at least.
And
that transfers to 4 seconds. Anxious to see what kind of a rate that
Results
is
official.
for Sitting Pretty.
I know they come to have at least in 2, and Sitting Pretty had to come in the last half in 59 in a piece, easy. It was she made it, and she was just. I was holding my breath going around the last turn because you never know if the turn gets too tight for them. They might go up in the air again, but look just as nice as you want them to.
Sitting Pretty lived up to the past performance, making a break at the start.
And
but
moving
the
back in
steady
front of the
hands
grandstand, you're now
Dwayne
official winner of
Miner
race
pays
4.
off.
Made it a little difficult on herself today with the early miscue, but Sitting Pretty recovers from the early break and being far back, catches them and goes by today to win at the Clinton County Fair, establishing a lifetime mark of 2:05. Driving double on today's program for Dwayne Miner. Training double for Brian Georges. 3-year-old bay filly by Uncle Peter by the Sandvik mare, Stand Up Babe. Owned by Marianne Georges of Wilmington, Ohio. Arnold White of Hazard, Kentucky. Trained by Brian Georges. Driven to victory by Dwayne Miner.
And that was mile and 2.5. She easily came in the last half in 59 apiece. They officially came in the last half in 1 1 and 2. The whole family in there, all smiles.
Can you remember the horse that Dwayne Miner raced in the Hamiltonian?
I do remember.
Tom?
I do. I can't remember his name though. I remember him. I believe. Did he make a break? That's why you might have made a break in that. But I can't remember the horse's name.
Results are official for the fourth. From the top down, number 1, Full of Truth, 3.
We need
2,
Mr.
Sitting Pretty, the race winner.
Jay Wolf
3, Hills,
for our
2,
statistician.
4, Secret Pearl, 4.
Yeah.
3, 1, 2, 4 on the bottom, 31 and 4, 103 and 3, 134 and 1, 205 for your winner, Sitting Pretty, and the driving double for Dwayne Miner.
The 2-horse Sitting Pretty, $3.210. The 3 Hills, $2.60. The Exacta 2-3 returned $3.60. Race number 5 coming up.
To change the drivers on the 3, Firecracker Flicka, make the driver Pierce Henry, and there will be a change of drivers, I believe, on the 4, Dr. Alyssa.
Coming up to
Pierce Henry drives the 3, Firecracker Flicka, and there more than likely will be a driver change on the 4, Dr. Alyssa. 3-year-old filly Pacers, 2nd division coming up. Field of 5. Back with more in a moment.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands Rockin' Amadeus, sire of world champion Ocean Rock. Cool Winds also stands trotters Coraggioso, sire of stakes winner Lima Gold, and double millionaire sire Lucky Chucky. Be sure to visit the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
It's time for text trivia. Hi, folks. We're going to jot this number, enter this number into your phone, 614-633-5554. And question is, we all know that, I hopefully know, Foiled Again is the number one money-winning harness horse of all time. He has earned $7,635,588 in his career. Just retired. But now, who was the second winningest horse in the history of harness racing? Was it A, Gallo Blue Chip, B, McWicked, or C, Be a Magician? That's A, Gallo Blue Chip, B, McWicked, or C, Be a Magician. Give us pick a couple of correct text to 614-633-5554. You're going to win a prize from the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Good luck.
David Myrick says that the horse that Dwayne Miner raced in the Hambletonian, Wishing Stone. Wishing Stone. Dwayne Miner in the Hambletonian. And we thank David Myrick for giving us that answer. Fifth race coming up, 3-year-old filly Pacers. $3,771. Pierce Henry on the 3, Firecracker Flecka. We haven't heard who is driving the 4, Dr. Alyssa, as yet.
Barn area checks
Field
through
the
3.
5. I'm going with
in
the
speed
5.
office. Checks through race 3 in the speed office.
Number 5, John's Flighty Girl. Dustin Bothman, the driver for Steve Carter. Home with Steve and Tammy Carter of Londonderry, Ohio. 3-year-old filly, but Big Bad John out of flight canceled. In the last 5 starts, no worse than 4th, with a 2nd, a 3rd, and 3/4. Was 2nd at Northfield in 57-3. 3rd also at Northfield in 54-3. I'm going to go 5-4-1, John's Flighty Girl in race number 5.
A good choice, Roger.
The 4-horse, Dr. Elisa, winner last time out, 2-4-2 at Marion. And the 1, Marion Hanover, Austin Henners. 5-4-1 in the 5th.
And we have our winners on the text trivia. They'll be getting their names shortly. But who was the second winningest horse in harness racing history behind Foiled Again, who earned $7.6 million? Well, Gallo Blue Chip earned $4.2 million. Be a Magician earned just a little over $4 million. But B, McWicked, he was second of all-time money winners in harness racing with $4,930,967, which isn't a bad payday. He just retired last year. Pacer of the Year. No, excuse me, he wasn't. He was a Sheraton N took everything last year. Sheraton N. But McWicked, second all-time. And of all those horses, they're all retired. So it'll be a while before anybody comes close to the 4 million mark again. But thanks for playing. And we will, I have a note here from a fellow by the name of Doug Ballinger. Mr. Houston, do you know that guy?
Who?
Doug Ballinger.
Who did you say?
Doug Ballinger. Are you familiar?
Oh, I think it's somebody I met about 50 50 years
Bring 'em
ago,
right
I
on out
think,
for the
if I
fifth. Marion
remember
Hanover,
correctly.
Helen K, Firecracker
He
Flicka,
said
Dr.
he'll be
Alyssa,
announcing
John's Fighting
tomorrow
Girl.
at
Let's bring 'em right
Urbana.
on for race 5.
Doug Ballinger.
Now, he said he called the races at Clinton County here in Wilmington from 1974 to 1978. He says, I remember in 1974, my wife and I sat out in the car in the infield and addressed our wedding invitations. That was 45 years ago. Not quite 50, but 45 years. Well, Mr. Ballinger,
Well, that tells me my last year announcing regularly at the Clinton County Fair was 1973.
uh-huh. So, the echoes of two great voices still reverberate through this hallowed barn area. And I forget their names. Oh, Ballinger and Houston.
When Pompano Park started to race quarter horses in the summertime, I turned over all my fairs in Ohio to Doug Ballinger, and many of those fairs he's still the announcer at in 2020.
It's just
Betting favorite here at 6-5.
4 horse.
I'll make it even money on the 5. John's Flighty Girl. 6-5 on the 4, Dr. Alyssa, and 3-1 on the 1 horse, Marion Hanover. We'll have to check the post parade to see who's driving the 4, Dr. Alyssa, as we've not heard an announcement as yet.
We should have a little
Unless
contest.
Brown has showed up.
We should have a little contest. Say, who do you think's going to be driving? Mark Winters, he could.
Bo Brown is here, and he will drive
He
the 4,
is.
Dr. Alyssa.
Bo
And
Brown
Pierce
is-
Henry on the 3, Firecracker Flicka.
You called it again, Roger. Bo Brown is here. So he will be driving Dr. Alyssa.
As programmed.
Yes. Now he's his regular. He's her regular driver. She's been in 57 at Scioto in the qualifier.
Where things have happened this afternoon, Pierce Henry and Bo Brown.
I'm going to have to go with the 5. John's Flighty Gold. Steve Carter, Dustin Bothman. They've been in 54-3 at Northfield. And 8-5 right now. The sun keeps following me up the grandstand. I'm going to be climbing on that fence pretty soon. It's still just a beautiful day, and nice crowd hiding from the sun. Nice day for the fillies.
It is amazing to me, Tom, it's amazing to me the number of people that are at the Clinton County Fairgrounds today and are watching the broadcast on the OHHA Facebook page. Because I listened to all the people that check in, and believe me, there's been about 8 or 9 people watching the broadcast on their phones, and they're right here at the Clinton County Fairgrounds.
I have noticed that they've been sitting right along down by the rail, or as close as you get to it, and they'd be watching it on their iPhone. And watch race. That's
Guys, you're all out. Let's get them together. Parade in order.
picture perfect here. Thanks to Don Holden. Here's our post parade for the 5th race.
Starters are out for today's 5th race. OCRA 2nd Division, a 3-year-old filly pace. Number 1 is Marion Hanover, Austin Hanners at the lines. 2, Helen K for Jeff Nysonger. 3, Firecracker Flicka for Pierce Henry. 4, Dr. Alyssa, Bo Brown. And 5, John's Flighty Girl, Dustin Bothman is in the sulky. 5 3-year-old filly pacers will be at the gate in 3 minutes. The time to beat for the fastest 3-year-old filly division is 2 minutes by Margarita Nobby in today's opener.
Looking at the book, and they'll be tough to beat. Well, the only one I think that can possibly beat 2 minutes, and I've been wrong many times before, much to my chagrin, but is John's Flighty Girl. Unfortunately, she's fast, but she's only got 1 win in 24 starts. So that's in 3 years of racing. But she got a mark of 55 flat at Northfield, and there's none in the field that can come close to that. So I'm looking for John's Flighty Girl and Dustin Bothman. Going for the front end from the 5-hole and cutting her own mile. She's 8-5. She's a Big Bad John filly out of flight canceled by Pacific and Specific Flight. Just moved to Ohio a few years ago. And he'd been in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, then he finally smartened up and come to Ohio. But the only one in here that, as we said, looks like being in competition would be Dr. Elisa. And she's a rock and roll. She's got a mark of 2-4 and 2 at Marion. I don't think that will do any good here in this race. I'm just going to go with number 5 at 4-5. Unless Mr. Houston has any additional tips. Dr. Elisa. 5-4.
Gates rolling. It's post time.
And they're ready to roll at Wilmington, Ohio. Clinton County Fair. 3-year-old pacing fillies. Second division.
Here they come. They're off and they're pacing in from the center of the track. Dr. Elisa grabs the racetrack and goes out for Bo Brown. Inside second, Marion Hanover away nicely in third. From the outside was John's Flighty Girl. It's 2 more lengths further back to Firecracker Flicka and the early trailer Helen K. 1/8 of a mile in the books, and Dr. Elisa was sent to the front by Bo Brown, and she's got a 2.5 length advantage over Marion Hanover. Inside 3, John's Flighty Girl, Firecracker Flicka, and Helen K. A 1/4 mile in the books, and Dr. Elisa leads the way for Bo Brown. She's a 1/4 mile home in 29 and 4/5 seconds. Around the turn they go, and Dr. Elisa up front by a length. Company's coming. John's Flighty Girl was out of third, now second, and on the leader's wheel and challenging, and the 2 favorites hook up as they go around 3/8 of a mile, and now tucking back in the pocket was Bothman with John's Flighty Girl as Bo Brown wants to top with Dr. Elisa in front of the fans and the stands for the first time, and Dr. Elisa leads the way. Inside second, now pocketing up is John's Flighty Girl. Another length back in third is Marion Hanover, Firecracker Flicka, and Helen K. Halfway home in 101, 2/5. And they're heading to 5/8 of a mile behind the lead of Dr. Elisa, still a length. John's Flighty Girl looking to pounce for Bothman. Inside 3, Marion Hanover, Fire Flicka, and Helen K. Down the backside we go, and Bo says go, and Dr. Elisa sprints away by 2 lengths. Trying to go on with her is John's Flighty Girl. Inside 3, Marion Hanover, Firecracker Flicka, and Helen K. 3/4 was history, 131, 1/5, backside 29 and 4, and they're hooking up. The 2 favorites are gonna battle it out through the stretch. Inside, Dr. Elisa. Outside, John's Flighty Girl. They're stride for stride. They're nose to nose. They're battling out up the Clinton County home stretch. Up the inside, battling back. Dr. Elisa will not be denied.
Dr. Alyssa. Bo Brown was just what the doctor ordered. Hang on by a head, come back. 4-5. Get the final time in a minute or 2 minutes. It's a good race. New lifetime mark for Dr. Alyssa. Now,
Dr. Alyssa at 2-1 gets
John's Flighty Girl went off 1-5.
4, 5, 1. Official.
She did show a mile in Scioto, 57 last quarter and 28. That's a qualifying mile, though. And she was only 1 for 13 lifetime, but she's now 2 for 3 in 2020. They 4-5-1. 4 pays $6. The 4-5 exacta $8. And the try paid $18. The value was in the win ticket on the 4. The upset win ticket on the 4. We got another happy golf cart load of smiling people on the way back to the winner's circle here at Clinton County.
Moving back in front of the stands is your official winner of race 5. The 4, Dr. Alyssa, 3-year-old bay filly by World of Rock and Roll out of the Look Sharp mare, Cincy Chai Lizzie, owned by Price Sia Inc. of Cincinnati, Ohio. Mark Winners trains. Bo Brown up and in the Clinton County winner's circle. Dr. Alyssa establishes a lifetime mark of 2 minutes flat.
Scored 28. Last quarter, 28-4.
Results official. Number 1, Marion Hanover 3. The 2, Helen K 5. The 3, Firecracker Flicka 4. 4, Dr. Alyssa, the race winner. 5, John's Flighty Girl 2. 3, 5, 4, 1, 2 on the bottom. 29-4, 101 and 2, 131 and 1. 2 minutes flat for your winner, Dr. Alyssa. That ties the mark set in the first race of 2 minutes flat. So the third division will decide the trophy for the 3-year-old filly pace. From the top down, Marion Hanover 3, Helen K 5, Firecracker Flicka 4, Dr. Alyssa the winner, John's Flighty Girl 2. Upcoming 6th race, Creekside Duchess, the 4, make the driver, Jeff Nicehonger.
And the 6th race, Roger, is going to be for the 2-year-old pacing fillies.
Barn area checks
division.
through 4, speed office. Checks through 4, speed office.
And there's 4 fillies going to post. And we will be back after a short word from our sponsors.
Dreams of becoming a champion start early. Since 1933, young colts and fillies have started down the road to becoming a champion on the tracks of the Ohio Colt Racing Association, the same tracks that their ancestors began their careers on. Founded to improve and protect standardbred horse racing at Ohio's county fairs, the OCRA races at 20 tracks in western and southern Ohio. The Ohio Colt Racing Association, where champions are born. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2322. 2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Let's get to know track photographer Brad Conrad. Brad, how'd you get in the business?
Well, it's been a family business. My dad started doing the pictures at Cider Downs in the late 60s, early 70s, and was always part of Cider Downs, and then it just kind of grew from there. So I grew up with it, and as soon as I was old enough to go to fairs and tracks, I was doing it.
Now, besides shooting at the pari-mutuel tracks, you shoot at the fairgrounds. What's the difference shooting the two places?
The difference, the county fairs are a lot of fun because they're all different. I see some of the same people as far as officials and owners and trainers go, but every fair is different as far as the fair officials and the location, and it kind of makes it fun, whereas the pari-mutuels, you show up every night, it's kind of the same deal.
How many fairs do you shoot at?
Right around 27, I think, right now.
Do you have a favorite fair out of all of them?
I've got a few. There's a few that are on the top of the list, but there's great ones out there.
What makes a great horse racing picture?
Different people have different opinions on that, but I like when the horse is by itself. Other people like it when it's a real close finish, and those are nice. But I like when the horse is all stretched out. A nice bright sunny day, and the horse is all stretched out and just looking great in the photo. Those are the kind I like.
Do you have a favorite picture you've taken?
I've taken a few recently. I don't generally consider myself to be the most creative person in the world, but I've had a few good ones lately that I've really liked, both racing and more creative type stuff.
What's the greatest compliment you ever got about one of your horse pictures?
I get compliments a lot just on the overall quality, and that came from my dad. He was a real stickler on quality, and he instilled that in me. And so I always try to make the color and the contrast, just everything about the photo. I try to make it as perfect as I can. And when people compliment me on that, it really makes me feel good.
Not to date yourself, but you started when there was film. Now it's all digital.
Correct.
What's the difference, and which one do you like better?
Well, I'd have to say I like this better because it's a lot easier. Instead of being in the dark room all day, hand printing things and custom printing everything, now I'm sitting at my desk with a computer, and it just makes things go a lot quicker, a lot more efficient.
If you weren't doing this, what would Brad Conrad be doing?
I don't know, because this is all I've ever done. So I really honestly don't know. I've thought about it a few times, and what if racing went away, or what if something happened and I had to do something else, and I really honestly don't know. I have a business degree. I'd probably get into some kind of business.
That's getting to know track photographer Brad Conrad.
Back for the sixth race at the Clinton County Fair. The second division of two division for the 2-year-old pacing fillies. Only 4 fillies in here. And it's not just any girl. Triple M, Cinco Senorita, and Creekside Duchess. Now they are all Creekside Duchess, Big Risk. Cinco Senorita, Pet Rock.
3 out, 1 to go. 3 out, 1 to go.
Triple M, Pet Rock. But not just any girl. It is owned, trained, driven, and bred by 73-year-old Keith Crawford, which is what you want to do. Instead of retiring, you love to see your own horses race, and at the county fairs, you can drive your own horses. Now, she's a filly by Gee's House. I had to look Gee's House up. That was, I believe that was Keith Crawford's own horse. He's foal of 2014, and as a
Last one's on his
three-year-old.
way. We'll get him together. Parade behind
Old
Mr. Crawford.
2004. As a 3-year-old in 2007, he took an excellent lifetime mark of 150 4/5 on a 5/8 mile track. He's the son of Western Ideal out of produced by Arts Place, and he made $893,000 lifetime. He is no
Starters
slouch.
are out for today's 6th race.
So and that's shows a mark of mile and 59 and 1 last week. That's an eye I'm going to keep an eye on. There's a second
Number
start.
one, not just any girl, Keith Crawford at the lines.
There she is.
Number 2, Triple M for Scott Cisco. The 3 is Cinco Senorita for Brady Galliers. The 4, Creekside Duchess, Jeff Nysonger is at the lines. 4, 2-year-old Philly Pacers, second division for a purse of $5,794 will be at the gate in 3 minutes.
Well, Mr. Houston, it got only 4 to choose from. But Cinco Senorita, Brady Gallia's racing stable up there in Defiance, and Pay Dirt Racing Limited Liability Corporation in Liberty Township, which is right next door. She has been past 2 starts in 59, 58, and 359. They all show charted lines. They all but Creekside Duchess, who went in 2 minutes and 3/5 at Scioto last month, a month ago, or 2 weeks ago in the qualifier, 2 minutes and 3/5, last quarter and 29-1. This is anybody's race, and 2-year-old fillies. I'm gonna stick with, just for old time's sakes, for us old timers, got to stick together. Not just any girl. Good luck, Keith Crawford. A youngster at 73. And he's put quite a few miles. He's driven just about all over the place. Well known back on the East Coast.
Starter calls for the Pacers. It's post time for the 6th.
And we are behind the gate for the 6th at Clinton County Fair in beautiful Wilmington.
Gates rolling.
Ohio. They're at the top of the stretch. And here they come.
Here they come. They're off to a perfect start. And from
Testing,
the far
1, 2,
outside,
3.
Creekside Duchess goes
Testing,
for the
1,
lead.
2,
In between
3.
horses. On the inside for Cisco is Triple M. Away in third, Not Just Any Girl. And Cinco Senorita is the early trailer. Up front, Creekside Duchess went to the front with Nysonger. Inside second, Triple M. 3 to the inside, Not Just Any Girl. Away in 4 was Galliers with Cinco Senorita. Down the backside they go for the opening quarter. And Creekside Duchess is being pushed along by Nysonger. He went by the opening quarter mile station in 30 and 4/5 seconds. Away in second, Triple M. 3 to the inside, still on hold is Not Just Any Girl and Cinco Senorita. Around the turn they go. Up front, Creekside Duchess continues to scoot along 1.5 lengths. Inside second, Triple M. 3 to the inside, Not Just Any Girl. And Galliers peeks to the outside with Cinco Senorita as they come in front of the fans in the stands the first time. And Nysonger's got Creekside Duchess bouncing along 1.5 lengths. In there still second is Triple M. They're halfway home in 1:04. 33-1. Second quarter rating for Nysonger. Inside second, Triple M. Still third, Not Just Any Girl. And Cinco Senorita continues to be on hold for the Rocket Man. Heads are pointed towards 3/4 and first to flush. And to the outside is Not Just Any Girl in Crawford, and she's advancing. Picking up that cover is Galliers with Cinco Senorita. 3/4 of a mile are in the books. Creekside Duchess is still the one. 3/4 up in 1:35, 4/5, and they've hooked up front as Not Just Any Girl puts a neck on top. Waiting to pounce second over is Cinco Senorita, and Galliers feeds her racetrack, and they're 3 abreast as they turn for home. And who's the best? On the grandstand side is Cinco Senorita. In between horses, Not Just Any Girl fighting back along the inside. Creekside Duchess took them all the way. Up for second, Cinco Senorita, Not Just Any Girl, and Triple M. Four, 1. Official in today's 6th.
There's a great example of the county fairs. The only filly that did not show sub 2 minutes was Creekside Duchess. And Jeff Nicesonger hops up behind her and zoom down the road. She bested Cinco Senorita and Not Just Any Girl. Probably a mile about 2.5 in a piece, but I'm going to wait for the official time. You got the 3/4 of 1:35 and 4. And here comes another happy cartload of winners and picking up people along the way. Some are walking, come by foot, by cart, and by horse back to the winner's circle.
And moving back in front of the stands, your official winner of race 6. The winner, a 2-year-old bay filly by Big Risk out of the Dave Panlone mare Corner Girl. Owned by Steve Sexton of Xenia, Ohio, trained by Dave Elliott. Driven by Jeff Nicesonger, the 4, Creekside Duchess, establishing a lifetime mark, 2:05, 3/5.
The last quarter.
That's an owning double on today's card for Steve Sexton. Your 2-year-old filly pace trophy will go to the connections of Big Bad ABBA for Steve Sexton and Brett Swartz, who won the first division in 2:04 and 4/5.
They're still arriving in the winner's circle.
Results are official. Number 1, Not Just Any Girl, 3. The 2, Triple M, 4. The 3, Cinco Senorita, 2. The 4, Creekside Duchess, the race winner. 3, 4, 2, 1 on the bottom, 30 and 4/5. 104, 135 and 4, 205 and 3 for the lifetime mark. Creekside Duchess, Jeff Nicesonger.
Nice win for the 2-year-old filly by Big Risk and Steve Sexton of Xenia, the hometown of Roger Houston. Great mile, nice. Good race, and 431. 4 paid $460, and it was an all exact, a 4 all, 260, 720. So just keeps the people like to bet, keeps them guessing. But we'll be coming up shortly with the 7th race, which is the 2nd division of the 2-year-old filly Trots. And we have 5 in there, and we will be back after a few words from our sponsors.
Your animals provide unconditional love. When they hurt, you want the best care available to help them enjoy life again. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center is here for you and for them. From heart disease to cancer, diabetes to broken bones, and 24-hour emergency services, Ohio State's team of experts make a difference in the lives of animals and the family members who love them. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all of the breeders that supported our first season, standing the popular sire, Dancin' Yankee. Cool Winds also stands the fast son of Some Beach Somewhere, Santa Fe Beach Boy, and 2015 Little Brown Jug runner-up Lost for Words, who engaged in an epic battle with Wiggle It Jiggle It, and whose first crop will sell this fall. Be sure to visit Randy and Kim Haynes in the Cool Winds Farm consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
The racing program also contains information on the horse, its connections, and its past performance. The one is Gypsy Merlot. The trainer, Alan Tomlinson. The driver, Sam Widger. His colors, maroon and blue. For the year, 1,440 starts. His win percentage, 19%. Place percentage, 15%. And a show percentage of 13%. In harness racing, we have what is known as the Universal Driver Rating System. It's much like a baseball batting average. Sam Widger's percentage for the year, 317. The breeder is Alan Tomlinson. Gypsy Merlot is a bay mare, 4 years of age. The father is Phelan Frisky. The mother, Bronwyn Sealster, whose daddy is Western Maverick. The trainer, Al Tomlinson. Tomlinson's statistics, 191 starts. A win percentage of 16%, place percentage 20%, and the show percentage at 9%. The Universal Trainer Rating System gives him a percentage of 301. The totals for Gypsy Merlot: lifetime, 30 starts, 18 wins, 3 seconds, and 2/3. Earnings of $121,204. Took a mark of 151-2 at Hoosier Park as a 3-year-old. No starts in the year 2020. In 2019, however, 18 starts with 11 wins, 3 seconds, and 0/3. Earnings of $89,271, and of course took the mark of 151-2 at Hoosier as a 3-year-old. With that information, more help in understanding what is in our racing program.
Coming up to the 7th race here at Clinton County Fair. 2-year-old filly trotters going for a purse of $5,106. We got Charlotte K, Ladies Girl, Whispering Willow, Shady Ramona, Sherry's Hope. Now they all have their Ohio sires that were pretty well triumphant caveat. Big Rigs, Corrigasso. I can't say that right. That'll be a stickler in my vocabulary, and don't you forget it.
Someone from the Virgil Morgan Jr. stable.
But
we need a LASIK slip.
Number 3.
Please bring it to the infield judges stand. Somebody from the Virgil Morgan Jr. stable.
Whispering Willow. She is by Southwind Spirit. 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 And Spirit was a pretty nice animal. He's by Muscle Hill, who's a noted sire. Spice on Ice by Pine Chip. As a 2-year-old, Southwind Spirit took a mark of 154 and 1. He made in 15 lifetime starts $377,495. That's over $20,000 a start. Pretty good, pretty nice horse. But it's bred by Andy Kaufman in Ohio. Ted Black of Kittering owns her, and this is her 3rd start. She's been in 2-8 at Circleville. She has 2 thirds and 2 starts. She shows 3-3-3.
Got 4 out, need 1.
On
4
a program,
need 1. Waiting on
book.
Whispering Willow.
And the one to beat is the one, Charlotte Kay, who's coming off a qualifier at Scioto Downs, 2-1-4 last quarter in 28-2. She is 1 win and 2 starts this year. Win at Circleville already at 8-1. And that's off the last half in 3. So Dustin Bothman on Charlotte Kay. Charlotte Kay is, and I can't see the tote board. I'm going to have to get a set of binoculars. Can you read that? Oh, you can see it. The miracles of modern science. The odds on the
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Roger, I
Testing 1, 2, 3.
think you'd probably concur with me on the one, but they coming out in the track for the post parade as we're winding down. Some pretty nice racing at Wilmington, Ohio. Ohio. I like that.
Let's get them together and parade.
I always loved Ohio. Anybody who's ever come through Ohio, it is just like coming back home. It's every state, all the settlers that came to Ohio, they're all from all over the country. All come from east. They came by
Starters are
the
out and on the track
keel
for today's
boats
7th race.
just to come to Ohio.
Second division of the 2-year-old filly trot.
And here we are for the post parade.
Field being led to the post by Charlotte Kay and Dustin Bothman. The 2 is Ladies Girl for Tom Litt. 3 will parade last. 4, Shady Ramona for Roy Burns. Add trotting hobbles to the 4. Shady Ramona will wear the trotting hobbles. And number 5, Sherry's Hope, Jack Franklin, is in her sulky. 5 2-year-old filly trotters will be at the post in 3 minutes. Number 3, Whispering Willow, will post parade last.
Her name's Ramona. She was a. That's number 4, Shady Ramona. Roy Burns. Roy and Melissa Burns of Milford Center, Ohio. Owned and trained and driven by Roy Burns. And we got Charlotte Kay is. Again, I've gone out of my sight range. I got a warm, glowing orb of sun in my eyes. But I do go with the 1, and if it's a surprise, it might be ladies girl because she doesn't show a charted line. But I say it's all Charlotte Kay in this race. They're going for $5,106, which is everyone gets a check because he pay the first 5 finishes. And there's only 5 in here. So as they say, it was worth the trip down to Wilmington. Now the Southwind Spirit horse again took in 2013 a mark of 151 and won. A lot of times the sire will be the dominant factor in the horse's breeding. I'm going to give you two examples that the sire had nothing to do with the horse's greatness. And I know you folks in Ohio and across the country will remember Rambling Willie. Rambling Willie made over $2 million, had 128 lifetime wins. He was by a horse by the name of Rambling Fury. Rambling Fury, as a 3-year-old in 1967, took a mark of 2, 4, and 2 on a mile track. He made only $6,700 lifetime. And Rambling Fury was about absolutely the best of anything that anybody had sired up to them. 128 wins, $2 million earned. Let's go a step back a few years before that. And a foal of 1954 was a great trotter by the name of Sumac Lad. And he was by Potomac Lad, who was a foal of 1947. It's a 3-year-old Potomac Lad. Took a time trial mark on the pace of 2-3 on a mile track. Didn't make a cent on the pace. They put him on the trot, and he trotted 2-3 on a time trial on a mile track, made $15,000. But now, Potomac Lad had a license to be a good horse. He was by Volomite, who was one of the greatest sires of all time, and his dam was by Scotland. And there, Sumac
Still
Lad
time to make those 7th race wagers, but you'll have to hurry. They're on their way to the gate.
$884,095. And when he retired in 1965, he was the winningest harness horse, money-wise, of all time. And you couldn't tell it by his daddy, but that's how
Time to beat for the
sometimes
2-year-old
breedings go with the
fillies,
sires,
205, 4/5.
sometimes they take after the mama. And we hopefully will see a good example of Ohio breeding as they move in behind the gate for race number 7 here at Wilmington, Ohio.
Here they come. They're off in there trotting in Charlotte K. Protect position and goes out for the early lead. In between horses, Whispering Willow, outside third, Shady Ramona, and far outside, Sherry's Hope is advancing up for Franklin. Away in there fourth is Lady's Girl. Around the turn they go, and the 4 jumped it off. Shady Ramona went on a break. Up front, Charlotte K is the one, but here comes Sherry's Hope firing up on the outside for Jack Franklin. In there second is Charlotte K. 3 to the inside, Whispering Willow, and then Lady's Girl and the breakers, Shady Ramona. A quarter mile in the books, and the first time shot starter, Sherry's Hope, went right to the front and opened up here in 31 and 4/5 seconds. In their second, Charlotte K. 4 lengths further back in third to Whispering Willow, Lady's Girl, and Shady Ramona will not trot today. 3/8 of a mile in the books, and Sherry's Hope, the Don't You Forget It first time starter, leads the way for Jack Franklin, and she's there by about 2 lengths. Charlotte K in second, Whispering Willow third. Out of the pocket, Dustin Bothman sends Charlotte K up to challenge through a half mile. Half mile was trotted in 1:04.4, a 33-second second quarter breather, and these two have hooked up around the turn. Charlotte Kay on the outside, inside Sherry's Hope, 3 lengths further back to Whispering Willow, and far back to the 2 breakers, Shady Ramona and Ladies Girl. Down the backside we go, and the heavy favorite, Charlotte Kay, went right to the front end. Staying with her in second is Sherry's Hope. Whispering Willow looks to the outside for Niceonger. These 3 will decide it, and Charlotte Kay has opened up about 4 lengths. 3/4 was trotted in 1:35, 1/5, and around the turn they go. Whispering Willow will try to cut into the deficit on the outside for Niceonger, and Sherry's Hope fights on for Franklin, but up front, Charlotte Kay. She's blown it open with that 30 and 1/5 third quarter, and she continues to trot strongly. On the outside, Whispering Willow gives chase, but Charlotte Kay drifting out, but coasting to victory. Up for second, Whispering Willow. Sherry's Hope was third.
That was Charlotte Kay. Steve Cutter trained 2-year-old filly by Triumphant Caviar. It was 1-2-5. Take 'em alive. And she just jiggy jogged, open up, but impressively closing was Whispering Willow. Keep an eye on Whispering Willow. She trotted a mile, only got beat
1-3-5 in the 7th.
I just said that. 1-3-5 in the 7th, but Whispering Willow was closing every step of the way. And that was her 3rd lifetime start. She's got 3 wins, a 2nd and a 3rd now, 2/3. And she'll keep an eye on it before the year's over. She will be, you're going to hear, she won't be whispering after the year's over. You're going to hear her roar before the year's over. Another happy cartload of winners.
They said to bring it. Why do we need a link tank?
All we need is a horse. We're a horse. Where'd he go to? He's right in the backside.
Oh, he's coming from this way. The back stall? I was saying, you guys want to
Results are official.
Dustin Bossman.
Moving back
to
in
the winner's
front of the
circle.
stands, your official winner of race 7. 2-year-old bay filly by Triumphant Caviar out of the Basil Mare Holly's Diamond. Owned by Tammy Carter, Londonderry, Ohio. Adam Friedland of Brooklyn, New York. Cass P. Gallagher of South Haven, Michigan. Trained by Steve Carter, driven by Dustin Bothman. The 1, Charlotte Kay. Trots to a new lifetime mark of 2:06 4/5.
That was.
Results are official. Number 1, Charlotte Kay, the race winner. The 2, Ladies Girl 4. 3, Whispering Willow 2. The 4, Shady Ramona 5. The 5, Sherry's Hope 3. Top down 1-4-2, 5-3 on the bottom, 31-4, 104-4, 135-1, 206-4 for your winner, Charlotte Kay and driver Dustin Bothman. Upcoming 8th race, the driver on the 1, Twin Power, make it Dwayne Miner. Driver of the 2, Bombeck, Pierce Henry. Driver of the 3, Rockin' Lexi, Brady Galliers.
Charlotte Kay paid $320. Exacta paid $3, I believe. But new lifetime mark taking it 2, 6, and 4. We don't have to say no more. We will be back for the 8th race. This is the final stake filly race, Okra stake filly race. Coming up 9 and 10 is the Springhaven Farms Ladies Drive-In Series. And the excitement is still to come at Wilmington right after these words from our sponsors.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Be sure to catch the new podcast, The Top of the Stretch, presented by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. The podcast keeps fans of racing in the Buckeye State up to date on various topics concerning the sport of harness racing. The news and views of top officials, owners, trainers, drivers, and breeders in Ohio. That's the all-new podcast, Top of the Stretch, on the Facebook page of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Be there!
Yeah, it's time for text trivia. You can take a random text. When you hear send in your A, B, or C answer to 614-633-5554. You'll win a prize from the Ohio Harness Horsemen. That's 614-633-5554. Now the Grand Circuit, which is the World Series for harness racing, was talked about actually after dinner after a good day at the races by 4 prominent men. And
Twin Power,
that was in
Bombeck,
1871.
T-Gin Gold, and High Kitty. Let's bring them right on for the 8th.
Started as the quadrangle trotting horse circuit. There was 4 tracks in it. We had one track here in Ohio, and that is where the races were discussed. And it started in Ohio in 1873. Was that city? A, Cleveland, B, Columbus, or C, Cincinnati? Again, where did the Grand Circuit start in 1873 here in Ohio? Was it Cleveland?
Barn area checks through 6.
B, Columbus, or C, Cincinnati? Be one of the correct texters to 633-5554. I've said that for over 2 years now. It's the sun, folks. It's the sun. So is it A, Cleveland, B, Columbus, or C, Cincinnati? The Grand Circuit started here in Ohio, 1873. Good luck.
Four need one. 4 out, need one. Last one's on his way.
And we have our winners. The question was, where did the Grand Circuit start in Ohio in 1873?
We'll get them together and parade them behind Mr. Minor.
It started as a quadrilateral trotting horse circuit. There were 4 tracks. They were Buffalo, New York, Rochester, New York, and Springfield, Massachusetts. But here in Ohio,
Starters are out and on the track for today's 8th race, 3rd division of the 3-year-old filly pace for a purse of $3,771.
it was Cleveland, the heart of rock and roll. Now in 1970, the Grand Circuit had grown up and included 22 tracks all over North America. Roaring grand. But it started here at the old Cleveland racetrack in 1873. Thanks for playing. We'll be at
1 in the field, Twin Power, Dwayne Minor at the lines. 2 is Bombeck for Pierce Henry. 3, Rockin' Lexi, Brady Galliers. 4 is TD Gin Gold and Jeff Nysonger. And the 5, High Kitty, Mark Winters Jr. in the sulky. 5, 3-year-old filly pacers, 3rd division, will be at the gate in 3 minutes.
definitely a nice field for 3-year-old pacing fillies. We got 5 young ladies. Of course, everyone last year remembers T. Diggin Gold. And it's Pet Rock 3-year-old by Johnny
OHHA guys, you may be aware of this, but your video is down. I'm getting reports your video is down on the web. I'm not sure if you're aware of it or not, but I just got a message saying that they're watching and something went down.
You'll have to go. We'll go live from. I'll do my handicapping. It's still Jeff Nysonger's, trained and driven. T-Gen for gold. Win last year at Scioto, 53-2, and she was 12-1-2-3 with 9 wins and 13 starts last year. Made 56,000 last year. This year she's only 1/3 and 5 starts, but she's paced in 53-1 at Northfield, racing against the Ohio Sire Stakes 3-0, going for 50,000. She finished 5th, and she's back to affairs. This will be a pickup for this filly. She should get brave again, and she'll return to her wooden ways. Second in this field, Dwayne Meyer, Brian George's.
You're back good on your video.
We're back.
Starter Kevin Beckstead is calling in the Pacers for the 8th race. It's post time.
I'm going to go with 4-1, Dwayne Minor, Twin Power. And we're going to say, hi, kitty, kitty, kitty. Do her for 3rd, just for the outside shot. Moving behind the gate. The gate moves up around the turn. And we are ready to go to post for Clinton County Fair. 3-year-old pacing fillies, 3rd division. Race number 8. They're all on gate, on gate, on gate. And here they are at the head of lane.
Here they come. Break the 3, Rockin' Lexi off stride. They're off in there pacing in Twin Power from the inside, pushes it away over Bombeck, and out there is TD Gold. Away in 4, High Kitty, and the early trailer was the Breaker Rockin' Lexi. Around the turn they go, and up front, Twin Power's got the lead. Here comes the heavy favorite, TD Gold, up for Nicesonger, and he's rolling up on the outside. Miner's got the front with Twin Power, and Nicesonger comes calling. TD Gold will clear to the front as Miner takes the pocket seat with Twin Power. Inway third, Bombeck. Away in 4 is High Kitty. 29 2/5 was the opening quarter, and they're behind the lead of TD Gold, a length and a half. Twin Power in there second, is still third, Bombeck. 4 to the inside, High Kitty, and catching the field is Rockin' Lexi. In front of the fans and the stands the first time, and TD Gold, the $56,000 winning 2-year-old, leads the way by a length and a half over Twin Power. Bombeck is in third, High Kitty on hold for 4th for Winners Junior, and back in 5 is Rockin' Lexi. They were halfway home in 59-1, a 29-4 second quarter for TD Gold, who tries to give him the slip. Twin Power tries to stay with her in second. Bombeck under encouragement in third. High Kitty looks to the outside for Winners Junior. Heads are pointed towards 3/4, and TD Gold is still a length and a half to the good. Twin Power trying to stay with her, but Nicesonger says go, and TD Gold opened up 2.5. 3/4 was 129 even, 29-4 backside. Around the turn they go, and TD Gold continues to lead the way. Twin Power trying to stay with her and looking to the outside for Miner as they turn for home. TD Gold is the leader. Twin Power staying with her in second. High Kitty is third, but the heavy favorite, TD Gold, it's a mouthful, wins it for Nicesonger. Twin Power up for second. High Kitty was third. Bombeck was 4th.
TD for gold. It was jiggy jog time for Jeff Nicesonger. That nice filly by 3-year-old by Pet Rock. And she just, as again, she needed that mile. She got off those rough wilds of Scioto and Northfield and come back home to the county fairs. And she looked happy. She looked good coming across that wire. 3/4 in 129, the final mile. Shall I guess? That's all I ever do.
4-1-5 is official in the 8th.
There's my Perfecta. That'll pay about $380. But it's better than throwing them away, folks. I always said that. Better than throwing them away. 4-1-5. There's my trifecta with High Kitty. Kitty. I think I'll become a handicapper. Somebody stop me, folks. Somebody stop me. But that looked good on paper.
What you doing, man? Let's go.
Walking back like a good horse is D-Gen Gold. TD Gold. Get them relaxed and teach your manners as you do that when you walk them back to the winner's circle. Hopefully they learn to like it.
And moving back in front of the stands is your official winner of the 8th race. 3rd division of the 3-year-old filly pace. Sponsored by the Clinton Animal Care Center. And the trophy will be going to TD Gold and Jeff Nicesonger, who just clocked a 1:57 4/5 mile. The winner is the 3-year-old bay filly by Pet Rock out of the Cam Luck mare Goldie's Cam, owned by Johnny P. Kearns of Cardington, Ohio, trained and driven by Jeff Nicesonger. A driving double today for Jeff Nicesonger. This nice Pet Rock filly gets the 10th win of her young career and pushes her career earnings over $65,000. Some tough racing luck for this one. She's been racing well in very tough company. And she gets the nod here today in a fast 1:57 4. TD Gold and driver Jeff Nicesonger.
And our friend Phil Rizzuto, what do you think of that? Holy cow, 157-4. You can ask for more.
Results are official.
Here we go for the results.
Number 1, Twin Power 2. Number 2, Bombeck 4. Number 3, Rockin' Lexi 5. Number 4, TD Gen Gold, the winner. And number 5, High Kitty 3. 2, 4, 5, 1, 3 on the bottom, 29-2, 59-1, 129, 157-4 for your winner, TD Gen Gold.
TD Gen Gold paid $280.
It's up to the ladies now. 2 divisions. Springhaven Farms Ladies Driving Series. 2 divisions, races 9 and 10 on your program.
That exacta paid $380. And we won't even bother with a trifecta. But it was a great little race. Great race. 157-4. Coming up now are the ladies. Springhaven Farms Ladies Driving Series, the first division. We have 5 horses in there, 5 talented young gals. Second division, 5 horses in there. So the daily double will be a ladies double. This will be a ladies night. And we will be back shortly after words from our sponsor.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands Rockin' Amadeus, sire of world champion Ocean Rock. Cool Winds also stands trotters Coraggioso, sire of stakes winner Lima Gold, and double millionaire sire Lucky Chucky. Be sure to visit the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Drug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
Getting to know Pierce Henry. Pierce, how did you first get started in the horse racing business?
My grandpa would have had horses back in the days, and I started going to the races with my dad, and once I started going, I got hooked.
What's your first memory of county fair racing?
County fair racing, it'd either be Delaware County Fair, going the Little Brown Jug when I was very young, or watching it at home there at Putnam County, going to the races.
Do you have a favorite fair or a favorite fair circuit?
I mean, you got to say Delaware County. That's always fun and stuff like that. But hometown fair is always nice, and Oak Harbor up north is a cool place to race.
What's your best memory of racing at the fairs?
Best memory is, I don't know, probably 3-4 years ago, winning 6 races at the hometown fair.
Do you remember your first win at a fair?
Absolutely. Ryan Stahl gave me the drive with one of his horses, Can't Slay Me, at Tiffin Fair, and went wire to wire.
What's your favorite fair food?
I'd have to go like a tenderloin or something like that.
When you're not around the horses, what do you like to do?
Really whatever. Golf, kayak, just have fun.
Do you have a favorite horse you've driven?
I'd have to say like Carmen's Daily Apple was pretty cool when he went all them races as a 2-year-old, and then I've also got to sit behind Let's Drink on it at Dayton, which was pretty nice.
What's the best part of doing what you do?
It's the people. You got to show up and do well for people and stuff like that, but definitely the people.
If you weren't driving horses, what would you do?
I'm not quite sure, honestly. I never really thought about it.
That's Getting to Know Pierce Henry.
We're back for the 9th race, the Springhaven Farms Ladies Driving Series here at Clinton County Fair in Wilmington, Ohio. We've had a little technical difficulties. We know where it was from. It was on the other end or where, but it was live on Facebook.
Drivers change here in the
YouTube,
ninth.
or
Just
either
in.
or.
Number 5, Empty Gun Ivy. Make the driver Elizabeth Murphy. Elizabeth Murphy drives the 5, Empty Gun Ivy, race 9.
But it will, if for those who missed that race, was a good race.
Ladies, the last 2 are on the way.
They
We'll get them together, parade them behind Miss Brewer.
went a mile in 1:57 and 4 last half, and 56.
Starters are out for the first division of the ladies' pace, sponsored by Springhaven
We're
Farms.
back here live. If you folks who missed your races, check us out on YouTube tonight, or Facebook, or go to the Trot and Pace and Market page.
Number 1 is
you can
Royal
watch
Cam Hall,
all the replays.
driven by Bobby Joe Brewer.
And here are the ladies.
The 2 is
Postbury.
Moreland Flash and Amy Wingard. 3 is Royal Delta for Emily Hay. 4, Taiwan Sealster and Heather Willems. And the 5, Empty Gun Ivy, Elizabeth Murphy, is in her sulky. The 5 ladies will be at the post in 3 minutes.
No, we got familiar faces from last year. Elizabeth Murphy, if you remember the trio, Elizabeth Murphy.
Horsemen, we would like you to get those saddle pads to the speed office. They got to go on to the next fair as soon as the races are over here. If you could get them back to the speed office, we appreciate it.
Kiera Morgan, driver of the year. This race we have Kiera, Elizabeth Murphy driving the 4. Anyway, we got a good, looks like a solid field. Tiguan Sealster just coming, a 7-year-old by Up the Credit, just coming off a mile in 54 and 3 at Scioto. He has a mark this year, 156 and 3. One win up at Northfield, and got 9 starts and 1 win, 1 second, 1 third. And the only one who can top that is Royal Cam Hall, old 13-year-old gelding by Camelot Hall. And that's Bobby Joe Brewer's old horse. Class old horse, got a mark of 151 and 3. At Poconos is a 4-year-old.
Starter Kevin Beckstead is calling in the Pacers.
I'm going to go with...
It's post time.
The Sealster horse, number 4. Hold on to the hats, ladies and gentlemen, because the ladies are going to post here at Wilmington, Ohio, Clinton County Fair. Race number 9 of the 10 races today. We're winding it down.
Gates rolling for the Springhaven Farms Ladies Pace, First Division. Here they come. They're off in there pacing, and Moreland Flash shoved the gate away, and Empty Gun Ivy's on the outside. In between horses, Taiwan Sealster. Royal Cam Hall fills the hole, and Royal Delta Around the turn they go, and up front, Moorland Flash, a length and a half. Empty Gun Ivy parked and pressing on the outside for Murphy. Inside, Royal Cam Hall, and Taiguan Sealster's picking up the cover in fourth. Inside 5 is Royal Delta, a quarter of a mile in the books, and Amy Wingard's got the pedal down. She's not turning anybody with Moorland Flash. She's there, a length and a half. Empty Gun Ivy's on the outside. Inside third, Royal Cam Hall. They cooked that opening quarter in 28 4/5, and they are a ding-dong battling up front. Neither one giving an inch. On the inside, Moorland Flash. Outside, Empty Gun Ivy. 3 lengths back inside is Royal Cam Hall, and Taiguan Sealster and Royal Delta. They are still battling up front. Moorland Flash, the old warhorse, will not give an inch to Empty Gun Ivy. They're halfway home in 59 seconds flat. Inside third, locked in the pocket, Royal Cam Hall. Taiguan Sealster is still out there digging in fourth. Inside 5 is Royal Delta. Heads are pointed towards 3/4. And up front, they've been battling for 5/8 of a mile. And on the inside, Moorland Flash. Outside inside Royal Cam Hall, Empty Gun Ivy. Taiguan Sealster still fourth in the cover flow, and Royal Delta trails the field. 3/4 is history in 1:29 3/5. Moorland Flash still there, still trying. Empty Gun Ivy won't go away. Taiguan Sealster's being pointed to the grandstand side, and Royal Cam Hall looking for room. They turn for home in the ladies' pace. Moorland Flash will not go away. Far outside, Taiguan Sealster, Royal Cam Hall squeezing through. Inside, Moorland Flash, Royal Cam Hall, not enough. Moorland Flash took them all the way over Royal Cam Hall and Taiguan Sealster. That was a battle.
A battle to battle, wire to wire effort. And it looked like Amy Wingard with Moorland Flash took it. Check the final times on this. So I love about it, they drop the gauntlet just as soon as from the get-go, and they take no quarter. They just look at it when they out there. They says, "You thought you could leave against me?"
2-1-4 official in the 9th.
Two, 1-4. Those numbers look familiar. I think I liked all of them. I liked the 4. Finished
Moving
third.
back in front of the stands is the old warhorse. Start number 372 in this 14-year-old's career, and that is his 59th victory. Earnings of close to $200,000. He's been around Ohio his whole life. He was bred here, raced here at Northfield Park, Scioto Downs, you name it. He's a warrior. Moorland Flash and driver Amy Wingard take the first division of the ladies' pace in 1:59 4. The winner is a 14-year-old bay gelding by Memphis Flash out of the Camtastic mare Carroll's Cliff, owned by Andrew E. Koblenz of Wooster, Ohio, trained and driven by Amy Wingard. Results are official. Number 1, Royal Cam Hall, 2. The 2, Moorland Flash, the race winner. The 3, Royal Delta, 5. The 4, Taiguan Sealster, 3. The 5, Empty Gun Ivy, 4. 2, 1, 5, 3, 4 on the bottom. 28 4, 59, 129 3, 159 4 for Moorland Flash. We're down to 1, the getaway pace, the second division of the Springhaven Farms ladies pace.
How do you spell class? Royal Cam Hall. Moorland Flash. 13 and 14 years old. It's a 2-1 exacta. Total age, 27 years. Mile and 159 on a fair track at the age of 14. class. And they went battling eye to eye. You put away horses. And look at him in the winner's circle. That horse has great flesh on him. He does not look like a 14-year-old. He's got great muscle tone. Good job to Amy Wingart. And we're going to go back for the second division now of that ladies Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. Guaranteed just more excitement because we have a select field of 5. And Amy might be trying to make it a daily double. We'll know after these messages.
Dreams of becoming a champion start early. Since 1933, young Colts and fillies have started down the road to becoming a champion on the tracks of the Ohio Colt Racing Association, the same tracks that their ancestors began their careers on. Founded to improve and protect standardbred horse racing at Ohio's county fairs, the OCRA races at 20 tracks in western and southern Ohio. The Ohio Colt Racing Association, where champions are born. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Clinton County had the distinction of forming the very first agricultural society in Ohio in June of 1833. Wilmington hosted its first fair that very October after the harvest, which showcased the year's bounties. It was quite an accomplishment, considering that just a little more than 20 years before, the settlement was but a few houses and an inn. In 1812, the first child of an original settler, Warren Sabin, was born, and the population steadily increased to 235 hardy folks by 1820. The Sabin family was originally from Dutchess County in New York, right along the Hudson River. George Clinton was governor and was vice president of the United States when they named the village, so they called the new town Clinton. Warren Sabin, as well as being a doctor, was a tavern keeper and a merchandiser. When his sister Anne Marie married William Hale from Lebanon, 25 miles west, they moved to town and they changed the name to Wilmington, after the North Carolina city, because that was where the Hale family hailed from. Sabin bought and would plat a neighboring piece of land adjacent to Wilmington in 1830 and named it after himself, Sabina, Ohio. And how do you like me now? Wilmington's population grew over the next 20 years, and by 1853, there were about 1,300 residents in town. In 1857, the fair was moved to Elm Street, the site where Wilmington College is nowadays, and the trotting races were always the most popular attraction. In 1866, all the buildings were relocated to the present site, and in 1881, a new track was constructed. It was remodeled into a regulation-sized half-mile track surface in 1922 and was dubbed the best in the country. Not the state, but the country, mind you, and the finest.
Today, a very unique and difficult year, and the fact that you're spending your entertainment dollar here at the Clinton County Fair, we greatly appreciate it on behalf of the Ag Society. Last chance to wager, last chance to watch the 2020 harness racing program at the Clinton County Fair. Post time 6 minutes away.
It is the Springhaven Farms Ladies Driving Series, second division. We have Heather Willems, Casey Burns, Kiera Morgan, Amy Wengart, and Mandy Jones. Now, they've all competed together a couple of years now. There are scores to settle, and good class horses in here. Set out Power. That's Kent Walker's 11-year-old, He has 277 lifetime starts, $239,000 made, mark of 150, and 3 at Hazel Park when he was a 8-year-old, just 3 short years ago. He's paced in 55 at Scioto, 56, 57, 56. Miami Valley, 57. So he's due. He needs a win. He's 10 starts this year, 1 second. Norma Jean, 10-year-old mare by Stand Together Forever. 229 lifetime starts, 177,000 made. Mark of 151 at Scioto.
2 need 3, 2 out. Third one's on the way.
Action Metro Mark.
Fourth
Max,
one's on the way.
10 years old.
4 out, 1 to go.
192,000 on his card. As 105,000 for Brian J. And Paul Whittelow, sports band, got 61 starts, 9 wins, 8 seconds, 10 thirds, 48,000, but looks to be the favorite at 6-5 right now. I'm going to have to go with Mandy Jones. Even from the 5-hole, she's going to shoot right out of there. And she's cutting back-to-back miles at Paulding and Marion. And she held off the late charges. Brian Jones trains. And Mandy M. Jones owns him. So he's 3 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds in 2020 starts. Has already won at Miami Valley in 156. I do like Sonalta Power. Class needs a breather at the fairs.
Ladies, we'll give Miss Wingard just a second here. She won that last race.
The ladies.
She'll be here momentarily.
Are now on the track for the finale here at Clinton County Fair. Tomorrow we'll be heading over to Urbana as they host the Logan County Fair. Will be in Urbana for Bell Fountain. And
on our way, let's get them together.
Post time tomorrow is at 6:30.
Parade them in order.
And 1 on Thursday. So a good full card of 13 races tomorrow night. Tune in to Facebook.
10th race finale, Springhaven Farms Ladies Driving Series, 2nd
or
Division.
On YouTube to catch all the action.
Time to beat 159 and 4.
Thanks to the Ohio Horsemen Association.
Power and Heather Willems.
Here's the ladies. Race 10.
2 is Norma Jean and Casey Burns. 3, Action Metro Max for Kiera Morgan. 4's Brian J. and Amy Wingard. And the 5, sports band, Mandy Jones is in his sulky. The 5 ladies will be at the post in 3 minutes for the getaway pace. Want to thank all the crew here at Clinton County, everybody that worked on the track. Takes a lot to put on this racing program, but I also especially want to thank the Horsemen. Your patience over the last 2 days. I know it was a little difficult situation with the stalls, racing out of the trailer. You've done an outstanding job, and we appreciate it. We appreciate your patience. We hope to see you next year, and hopefully things are back to normal, and we have a great 2021. So big thanks to everyone for attending, everybody that's helped out. We've had a good 2 days of racing. Hopefully finish it off with a bang with one more division of the ladies' pace.
To add to that, we had several exceptional miles, including a track record yesterday. We've had, if I can count right, 5 sub-2-minute miles here at the track is a testament to the track crew and the work they put on them. You have to say, well done.
Still time to make one last wager at the Clinton County Fair, but you'll have to hurry.
The odds currently, Miss Mandy Jones is 2-5 aboard Sportsman.
The Wapkenburg starting gate is in motion, and starter Kevin Beckstedt calls in the ladies. It's post time.
2-1 on Norma Jean. So as the finale winds down, they're on the way to the gate. I want to say thank you to everybody who listening, tuning in from Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, New Jersey, Ireland. We know we got a few folks up in Canada,
It's
right?
rolling.
And Sweden, too. Yeah, Sweden. They're there at the top of the stretch for the Clinton County
Top
Fair
of the
finale.
stretch.
The Spring Hayden Farms Ladies
Here they
Driving
come.
Series. Here they come.
They're off in their pacing, and Sinalta Power is firing out there for Willems. Outside second, Brian J. Inside three is Norma Jean. Outside four, Sports Band in the early trailer, Action Metro Max. Sinalta Power wants the front, and Willems has put her up there, and Brian J. takes the tuck for Wingard. 4 lengths further back to Norma Jean. Inside four is Sports Band, and the early trailer is Action Metro Max. They've settled in straight alignment behind the lead of Sinalta Power a length. Inside second, Brian J. 5 lengths back further to third is Norma Jean. They clocked an opening quarter in 28 and 2/5 seconds. And Sinalta Power is the one. Still in there second, Brian J. 3 to the inside, Norma Jean. Back there in 4 is Sports Band. Looking him over for Jones, and Action Metro Max is the early trailer. In front of the stands and the fans for the first time, and Sinalta Power is the boss. A length and a half. Still second, Brian J. A closer third, Norma Jean. They're halfway home in 57 and 2/5 seconds. Sinalta Power leads him into the turn. Brian J. set to pounce, and here that one comes to the outside. Sinalta Power and Brian J. will hook up to 3/4. Sports Band trying to make it up now for Mandy Jones, and she's hit a big gear, and she's closing in on the leaders. On the inside, Sinalta Power will not give up yet. Outside, Brian J. Sports Band is closing in, Norma Jean, and the trailer is Action Metro Max. 3/4 is history in 1:27 and 1, and they're ding-donging up front. Sinalta Power in between horses, Brian J. Sports Band trying to close. Norma Jean looks for racing room. Action Metro Max, they're on their way home for the money. Inside, Sinalta Power digs down deep. Brian J. will not go away. Sports Band on the grandstand side, but Sinalta Power is digging down inside. Norma Jean in the shadow of the wire. Norma Jean squeezed through along the fence and got up by a nose on the wire over Sinalta Power.
Surprise. Guess who snuck in up along the rail?
1:58 and 3/5. Big mile here at the Clinton County Fair to close it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats, stop the presses. We have a photo finish. Great finish that race that was.
As you can see by these last 2 races, these ladies mean business. 2 of the most competitive races of the day, spread across the track. Norma Jean up to win it for Casey Burns in the shadow of the wire. Two, 1, 4 in the 10th.
Casey Burns, rocking and a rolling. Casey Burns. Norma Jean. Who sang that? Ow! Michael Jackson, Mama Jean. Well, that's Billie Jean. But Norma Jean, come up along the rail. What a great finish to a great race. They were battling out 28-2, 57-2, 127-1. Final time for the mile. $158.3. It was a blanket finish. No, but Gene
Moving back in front of the stands, your official winner of race 10.
They're hanging onto the side of the golf cart coming down there. There's two of them.
Owned by Casey G and Noah K. Burns.
It's like a mini parade coming back.
Casey Burns trains. Casey Burns right here, stabled at Wilmington, Ohio, gets the victory with Norma Jean in 158-3.
A fitting finish. 158.
Results are official. Number 1, Sinalta Power 2. Number 2, Norma Jean, the race winner. Number 3, Action Metro Max 5. Number 4, Brian J 3. And number 5, Sports Band 4. 2, 1, 5, 3, 4 on the bottom. $28-2, $57-2, $127-1, $158-3 for your winner, Norma Jean. That wraps up our program of racing here at the Clinton County Fair. We once again thank you for attending. We hope you enjoy the rest of your evening at the Clinton County Fair. Have a safe and pleasant trip home.
And the 2, Norma Jean paid $760. Exacta 2-1. It was an all one, $760. The 11-year-old gelding by Brandis Cowboy was second. 10-year-old mare by Stand Forever. That's a total of 21 years, folks. Great racing. Had a great time. Weather held out beautiful. It's been perfect. It's still 79. And we want to thank everybody here at the Clinton County Fair. Great host, great track, was in great shape. We had the facilities all set up. Thank you for that. A good 2 days of racing. We'll be back next year. And on behalf of the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association, the Ohio Colt Racing Association, and Trotting and Pace, the good combo, top 3 combo did a great job together. And we want to thank everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow night live from Urbana. Thanks to everybody. Have a great night. And visit back on Facebook and YouTube for the Logan County Fair, live from that banner at 6:30.
Thank you for joining us today for the Ohio Colt Racing Association action from the Clinton County Fairgrounds. Be sure to join us tomorrow afternoon for day 2 of racing from the Clinton County Fairgrounds. For our entire production crew, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Be there!